World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Oh, it's live, pal.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never, ever end.
Everybody three, count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Or maybe The Rock has got to beat Triple H himself, which means he's got to beat the game in the middle of the ring. And he has a $2 for a wife.
You're too damn selfish, and that's why you're sitting there with a bad leg, and that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
You guys talk about being students of the game. I am the game, JR.
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? There's a 1, there's a 2. Oh, wow.
Well, you can take that brass ring and shove it up your ass.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. We are live here on Facebook. It is our final show in the month of October the 29th. We are still the podcast of the millennium. We have tons to talk about this week, including NXT wins and what is the best candy. But first, make sure you go to 3countthursday.com. That's our homepage. You'll find all of our social media links, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver!
Thank you, Tim. Our Patreon page at patreon.com/3countthursday. Make sure you're subscribed to us on all of our podcast feeds, our YouTube channel, and more. You can check out our home network, NGSC Sports, at ngscsports.com. And, of course, we stream daily at leebsports.com. Ryan, that would be?
LEEIB sports.com.
Thank you, Ryan. Sorry, Charlie. It's not that nobody had the balls to dress up as El Gran Gordo, but with shipping times getting all screwed up and all of that, our deliveries didn't make it on. We were actually, and we didn't plan this. All of us were going to dress up, had ordered El Gran Gordo costumes, and they just never got here on time. So we are sorry to disappoint the 3 Count fan base for not being dressed up, but it is what it is. I mean, I dressed up as the scariest thing I could think possible, and that's someone who thinks Brie Bella is the better Bella. No?
I believe that the inside of me is dressed up as El Gran Gordo, and that's what matters to me.
That's fair. That's fair. And honestly, if there was one amongst us that was going to end up shirtless, it was going to be Ryan. But he has a shirt on, so sorry to disappoint. Go around the room, intern Mark.
How you doing?
I'm real good. I mean, real good.
Good.
Real
you ready
good.
for? Are you ready for Halloween, Mark?
I'm ready for Halloween. I am ready. I got my costume dry cleaned. I've got some candy. I've got some caramel tomatoes ready for the kids. It's going to be great.
Ryan,
How you doing?
Just fine. Glad to be here. I'm ready to talk pro wrestling. A night after NXT wins, so I'm sure we're going to spend a solid 45 to 50 minutes trashing AEW for that tonight. So very excited to be here.
Why would you assume that I would?
Jim,
I would
just like any politician, I'm here to play to our.
Tim,
How you doing?
I'm great. Actually, I'm as my good friend and person who follows me on Twitter, Titus O'Neill, would say, I'm here to make it a win. The Lord has been testing me, and I'm gonna pass.
Good. Matt,
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm ready to talk Halloween candy here.
now we'll get to that in the second half of the show. You gotta make the people earn it and wait for it.
Oh, right. I mean, I fully anticipated we were just going to trash AEW for the first hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
this
mean,
week ratings matter, folks.
I mean, they shouldn't even do wrestling anymore, right? Like they should just stop, right?
I mean, obviously this week ratings matter because NXT won, so of course they matter now. No, I mean, both had a great show. I did enjoy Halloween Havoc a little better, but I do want to go back because while the three of us, I almost missed our weekly segment. How dare I do that? Let's hit that. Whew, I'm getting all jacked up. Everybody's getting me all excited to talk about WWE beating AEW, and I almost forgot. One birthday today. That is the great Paul Orndorff was born in 1949.
Only one person was born today ever, folks.
Only one. He was the only one.
Mr. Wonderful.
I mean, heck.
Wonderful birthday.
I was wondering why you went with the great and not the wonderful, Mr. Paul
I couldn't
Orndorff.
remember that he was the wonderful.
He was the great Paul Orndorff.
He wasn't even the wonderful.
Look, I've been drinking.
He was the mediocreest Paul Orndorff.
The pretty good guy, Paul Orndorff.
He beat up Vader in some scuba shoes, allegedly in a bathroom shower, as opposed to an outside shower. As a quote, to quote Bobby Heenan in talking about when Paul Orndorff beat the brakes off of Vader, have you ever heard what it sounds like when a man beats up another man wearing shower shoes? It just sounds like a round of applause.
And quite frankly, if that doesn't make you great, I don't know what does. So the great Paul Orndorff's birthday today, born in the year 1949. In 1988, the Road Warriors defeated the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane for the NWA World Tag Team title in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Warriors had just turned heel by beating up Sting following a six-man tag team match 2 nights earlier. Incredibly, this marked the one and only time Hawk and Animal would hold the NWA World Tag Team titles. In 1990, Eddie Gilbert defeats Jeff Jarrett for the USWA Southern Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee, ending the first of an eventual 10 reigns with the title for Double J. In 1995, WCW held their 7th annual Halloween Havoc pay-per-view at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan, in front of 13,000 fans. Show featured 4 matches that aired on main event, 9 matches on the Havoc card. And Tim, can you tell me what the main event of this was?
What was the pay-per-view again?
It was the 7th Halloween Havoc, 1995.
Oh, that was Andre the Giant's kid versus Hulk Hogan, right?
Ding, ding. Well done, sir.
That was also the night that Hulk Hogan got turned into an ice cream sandwich with the Giant and the Yeti.
The Yeti, who was on NXT last night.
Oh, God. They wrapped up DeAndre the Giant in toilet paper.
Sure did.
God.
Then we jumped to the year 2000. WCW held their 12th and final Halloween Havoc pay-per-view at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
I think I know the main event for that one, too.
Paradise, Nevada, in front of 7,582 fans. The show featured 11 matches. And let's see if you can get this one, Tim.
Was it Goldberg DDP?
No, it was Goldberg.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. Handicap match over Chronic.
Chronic. Yeah,
Goldberg defeated Chronic in a handicap elimination match in 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
And we wonder why WCW went under.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Chronic was always putting over the young kids.
That's right. All right. And then in 2009, Roddy Piper guest starred on a wrestling-themed episode of FX's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And also, in 2009, TNA broadcast Impact announcing Hulk Hogan had signed with the company. 2 more. 2013, the WWE 14 video game, the final game WWE game released by THQ, was released. And then finally, in 2014, Lucha Underground debuted on the El Rey Network.
And then in 2015, it went away.
These are just some of the things that occurred. October the 29th in pro wrestling history. I don't know. Ryan's the chronic expert. Ryan, do you know if Goldberg kicked anybody's head into the third row on that event, or was that just
No,
when
that
Bret
was a
Hart-
very safe match.
Okay. Let's jump back. If there's anything, Mark or Tim, that you guys want to touch on from the Hell in a Cell, the Ryan, Matt, and I had gone long form on it on Tuesday. You can find that show here on our page or in the podcast archives. But overall, we'll go around and get everybody's thoughts on the show. And,
Yeah.
and Tim, I think I saw a tweet from you after the first match.
What else was there for WWE to do after the greatest wrestling match of all time? Like,
Wait,
seriously.
are we talking about Backlash again?
No, we're talking about the Ooh Man and the Juicy Usi having the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Yeah, it was real good. It was real damn good. I loved it.
But they made like sneaky good pay-per-view. Had no reason to be so good.
I agree.
It helped that it was shorter.
Sure.
But yeah, man, I will never see another. I can pretty much say, if I died today after this podcast, I will have seen the greatest wrestling match that has ever taken place.
Wow.
That's how much I believe.
Damn.
Like, you can already put it down as my number one.
I was going to say, spoiler alert. I think
year.
we found
like,
Tim's number one for the year.
Wow.
I cannot find anything wrong with it. Nothing. Zero.
I mean, it was absolutely fantastic.
Especially the part at the end that got that could have gotten missed. But they actually went back and doubled down and put emphasis on the fact that the only reason Jay quit was to save Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell it's good when people who don't watch wrestling are invested in the match. I happened to be watching it with my girlfriend and our mutual friend, and it was just on. And first of all, Roman Reigns' titty brought them in. Roman brought them to the dance.
It brings us all in.
And then afterwards, they were locked in. They were beating each other with the strap, and they were like, "Ooh, shit."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
But it was shit.
It was really but there was nothing that was really bad on the show. Props to Sasha and Bailey. They did the thing. Randy Orton and Drew did their thing. Tucky and whatever.
That thing. I think as I put it on the review show on Tuesday, that it was the three cell matches to me were really, really good in order. I think the women's, and then 1A was Roman and Jay, and then the WWE Championship one was the least good of the three. But the other match,
that the women's match is better than the Universal title match.
I preferred it. I'm not faulting you for putting Roman and Jay above it. I mean, but I personally enjoyed the women's one.
I also did.
But the other matches, while fine, were just kind of there between the great Hell in a Cell match.
They were it was saltine. They were saltine crackers in between really flavorful drinks.
Yes, absolutely. It was a palate cleanser, and that's fine. You gave us three Hell in a Cell matches on a Hell in a Cell card. Then that works. That works. Mark, any thoughts on the show?
You know what? I thought it was a really good pay-per-view. And I enjoyed Uso and Reigns, and WWE's done a really good job of making Reigns a heel that you want to boo, not just boo because it was a cool thing to do, but I thought it was a really good match. It was nice to see Alpha and Sika at the end, even though they looked like two lunch ladies, unfortunately. I didn't get the skirts they were wearing.
Well, that's
I
the
think
That's the
other than
heritage.
that, I thought it was a.
Yeah, it's that's the.
I don't ever remember them. They would come out, but usually they had back in the day when they were a tag team, they'd come out with that kind of wrap, but it was usually had some kind of pattern. These were just like solid black.
Yeah, they old
They just
now.
look like a skirt.
Yeah, they're not at the head of the table
So-
anymore, Mark. That's what Roman's there. I hope at some point, and
you know what
maybe, maybe it's the eventual match with The Rock if it happens, and I hope we're not setting ourselves up to be disappointed.
I'm gonna hold off on all judgment until.
But you know that Roman just goes full like the tribal garb, like like the grass skirt, all of it. Like I'm here for that if and when it happens.
Maybe he'll get a tribal tattoo.
Maybe. Devin says he can find one problem he had with the Roman and Jay match. Why the hell did the referee not have a microphone? This is a hill I'm fucking dying on. I did miss that, but to that referee's credit, he is not Mike Chioda.
There's a reason why he didn't have a microphone.
No crowd.
Exactly. The microphone is for the live audience, not for the folks at home.
Yeah, but I said the referee at times did get a little overkill on that one. Ryan, I think you kind of defended it a bit on Tuesday.
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
I'm just curious. I'm honestly curious as to what Sasha and Bailey had better than Roman and Jay. I'm just curious. Like what didn't Roman and Jay have that put the women's title above it? Or what did the women's match have that puts it above it?
Roman and Jay certainly have more weeping.
More Jimmy Uso?
More genuine emotion? Okay, cool.
I mean, it took away from the heel tendency of Roman for me. That was my biggest gripe.
No.
Like, yeah, 100%. I mean, Roman sobbing like this when we already had the like torn, why are you doing this to family? When the whole point of the match is to get your opponent to quit, and we're going down and saying, why are you doing this, Roman? Because he's not fucking quitting. That's why we're doing this. Oh, wait, time out. Let me weep.
Go ahead. Sure.
Let me weep. No, I'm just saying, this is Roman saying like time out to everyone while he sobs. And then, I mean, towards the end, then it got good again, but that just murked it for me.
So you don't think that was like maybe a mind game to lower Jimmy down to then sneak him in and grab him?
I think we're overthinking what Roman Reigns is, though. Like, I don't think Roman is your typical heel. Roman has said time and time again, I'm doing this for the family.
He has to.
And
you can be conflicted.
Like, you can be upset. And I agree.
Right, but he was already upset the month before. Like, we're past that. This is like Batman still sobbing about his parents in Batman Forever. Like, your parents have been dead for 3 movies.
Like, that doesn't make him any less sad that his parents are dead.
But this time though, but this time they Roman put on it that if Jay quits, then like he's excommunicating that whole side of the family, the people he grew up with. Like, that's gotta hurt in some way.
Sure, but
I'm sorry you watch all those stabby horror movies and you don't have emotions. It's okay.
I have plenty of emotions, but what I want to see in my heel at this point is just like I'm past the internal struggle. Like I said, I was half kidding about him spearing the Wild Samoans at the end, but my God, I would have popped for that.
Well, he would have sawed one of them in half.
If he had done that, Tim, you and I would both be talking about how we saw the best match of all time.
Jeez.
I don't think, and that's why like I kind of said that it was like 1 and 1A. Like I don't necessarily think that like the women did anything specific that was that much greater, or that there was something like glaringly obvious about the Universal title match that was different, or that wasn't good. For me, it just in the moment, and maybe if I went back and watched the 2 matches, I'd be like, it's a tie or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they were both spectacular. the WWE Championship match was just slightly below. I think that was more my point.
Yeah, and I'm not saying either of you guys are wrong, because I mean, wrestling and everything else is subjective. Like, two people can look at a piece of art, and one person can think it's trash, and one person can think it's effing Starry Night. So, yeah, it was more just curiosity as to why, as opposed to like, no, you're wrong, Roman is God.
Yeah, and I said on Tuesday I did enjoy the match.
Oh yeah.
I mean it was the weeping. I like keep saying
I'm sure there's one
way
person
too much for me.
I'm sure there's one person who we all at least know of who absolutely hated this match.
Mark's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that upsets you.
Were we talking?
I mean, both are on my list that I will eventually make a top 5 out of. So I think they were both really. I really like the journey that the whole pay-per-view took us on. You know, the high and the emotion of the opening match, cool you off with the Elias Jeff Hardy. I didn't necessarily see the Tucker swerve. I don't know how I missed that. I feel like I'm the only wrestling fan that didn't see that coming, but I was really surprised by that in the moment.
Right.
Then the Sasha Bailey match, and then cool us to a chilling, freezing temperature with Bobby Lashley and Slapdicks, and then back for the main event. So I thought the whole pay-per-view was laid out really, really well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was. Charlie says one complaint he has 3 Hell in a Cell matches, not one had blood. Drew was bleeding from the inside.
Cody Rhodes wasn't there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you want blood? Tune into Full Gear. Cody's already got himself.
WWE's been stealing all of the trademarks and copyrights from Cody, so Cody went out and actually trademarked the use of blood in wrestling matches. So
well,
WWE can't use that. Yeah.
That's why he went back to the blonde hair too.
Yeah, you got to see it, man. Can't see it in dark hair.
Exactly.
Dusty, Flair, Sting.
Yeah, it's that's the rule. I love the fact that, I mean, this is the closest you're probably ever going to get to having every match on a card being the namesake of the pay-per-view. So it's like the closest thing you can really get. Like, we've said before how it's like, I don't like when it's a TLC because, then you have to do a tables match, a ladders match, chairs match, a stairs match, a garbage can match. But all 3 matches were very different than the other ones. So, you had 3 cell matches, all were very different. My biggest complaint really from the show, and it kind of connects Hell in a Cell to Monday Night Raw is like what they're doing with Retribution. But before we transition a little bit to our thoughts from Monday Night Raw and that in itself, what do you grade the show? I think on Tuesday I gave it a B. That was based on my match grades. But if you're talking just the cell matches, they were like 2 A+ and an A. Mark.
Well, I think I would give the show overall. I'm going to stick to a B+. I thought it was very good. Very good show.
Matt.
I gave it a B- just to stay on brand.
Tim.
Big A.
And Ryan.
I can't remember what I did 2 fucking days ago to vote. Honest to God, I feel like
you got a new grade then.
I can't grade it.
I think
higher
you
than
B-
you,
so you wouldn't go higher than me. I
think that's what you did as well.
I feel like it deserves a B+, but I just can't do it if you've only given it a B. So I will give it a B- as well.
It's also kind of surprising Jim only gave it a B when he was like, well, I really liked these 2 Hell in a Cell, A+, A+. The other one was definitely the worst of the 3A.
Show me, Teach, where I was wrong when I said that.
I did.
I'll stand by that.
I feel like Jim was lightheaded from the lack of blood flow to his brain while watching those matches. A B, Jim. I can't. It seems so low for you.
It does. It really
Well,
surprised me.
I think I had given the U.S. title match a C- because I'm just
That checks
baffled
out.
by what they're doing with Retribution. I think I had given I threw my card away from the other day. But I think
I think you gave that one a straight C because you said it was over quick. It was like ripping off.
Oh, that's right. There was did I give the let me look that. Maybe I gave Elias and Jeff Hardy a C- just because it was like, meh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it was there, but it was just.
I just don't know if you can grade all of the matches on the same scale. Like,
okay, well,
the three main events are A+, A+, A, and you give the show a B.
Look, I'm trying to
teach.
Look, this is Matt's fault because I used to like
I
would talk about the shows, and then I would say like this match wasn't as good, and this one was pretty good. This match was great, and then I'd throw out a grade, and Matt would like sit there and just and pick apart. Well, how is this? So I started grading every match.
Right. But even teachers don't count homework as the same level as the midterm and the final.
Look,
that's 3 minutes.
I feel like you're asking a lot out of me right now. 2020 is
the
a
main
hard
event
year.
should be 40% of the pay-per-view grade.
Fine, you want to hear it? It's an A+. It's the goddamn best thing ever.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pay-per-view. Everybody wins. WWE's the best. Goddamn it!
At Not the Tool Man across all platforms. I gotta go.
Well, now that Jim's given it the A+ that we all thought he was going to give it, I will give it a B.
There we go. Everyone up.
Yes, this is a B+ pay-per-view. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Get it up.
Thank you. I'm glad we could settle that.
Dang.
Devin says B. Nikki says B, as well.
Well, I can't be above Devin.
Charlie's got to go. His lovely bride is home, and it's her birthday tomorrow. So
Happy
Charlie,
birthday, D.
Give the wife.
Happy birthday.
Give the wife your best, not our best. Give the wife your best.
Give your wife the best.
You know, if you catch.
You didn't have to do the hand thing.
I didn't do a hand thing.
You did a hand thing.
It was a fist bump.
Yeah, that wasn't a fist bump.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What is this?
Nothing. My arm itches. What are you?
Oh, shut up, Tim.
That was strangely arousing.
Speaking of strangely arousing, let's
Firefly
talk about
Funhouse?
Monday Night Raw.
Let's talk about the Firefly Funhouse for a
I'm
minute.
still not over it.
Oh my God. I was not ready for it. Let me just say that. I was not ready. I thought I'd been ready, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I love it. I love every bit of this. Alexa Bliss is Alexa's the best. Everybody else pales in comparison to Alexa Bliss at this point. Alexa, stop. I forgot to mute that down here.
So great. I thought there was a sound clip.
No,
you can rename those.
What do you mean?
Like I have one right behind me here. I can say Alexa all I want because it has a different name.
What's her name?
Wait.
No.
Wait, you mean to
spell her name? No, spell her name.
Wait, you mean to tell me that I can make it so that she doesn't respond to that name?
Yeah.
Wow, you learned something.
Consuela. Consuela, stop.
Please, Jim, rename yours to Consuela.
Consuela.
Mr. Jim, he no here.
So like, are they going Fiend Randy? Are they like? That's my fear here, because like they kind of teased it. Like, are we going Fiend back at the title? Because I'm excited about Alexa. Alexa, stop. I'm gonna go mute her. I'm gonna present the question. I'll let you guys talk about it. I'm gonna go mute her. I'm excited about Alexa, but I'm nervous about the Fiend. Are they going with the Fiend and Randy Orton?
Now that Jim's gone, we can tell him how much we don't like him.
Well, ain't he the worst?
Boy, what a jerk.
Really is.
What a big
You
jerk, I'll tell
imagine
you.
scoring that pay-per-view only a B?
What a dick.
Oh.
And then try to put it on us,
How could
peer
he?
pressure for A+.
I know.
And
Man.
that's why I think we're not going to have Alexa Bliss and the Fiend and Randy Orton in the same picture.
That's right.
Yeah,
Just,
totally agree.
I think the farthest away you can keep them, the better.
Right. We all got our chance to talk, Jim.
Good. I don't want the Fiend with the title. I don't want it. I'm scared
because he has to lose. Correct.
Yes.
What
Because
if they give him like a long, like year-long title reign?
if they do that, then I'm fine with it.
When did losing become so bad?
You know what, Tim? You're buried now.
Well,
Roman Reigns, before he started coming back being the tribal chief, was the most losingest main event dude ever. And nobody ever said, "Oh, Roman Reigns is hurt. He's losing to Braun Strowman."
But
we didn't like him.
For me, it's more about the presentation of the character. So, like, if Bray / the Fiend gets the title, then have Bray lose it. Okay, just don't have the Fiend lose it again in 3 weeks to fucking Oldberg, please.
So would you have had that same like feel if Finn Balor was the champ? Like the Demon cannot lose the title, but Finn Balor can.
Correct. Like if you're gonna do like the split character thing, I mean, obviously, eventually, like my thought when both of those characters were in existence is at some point you can get the dream match, whatever you want to call it, the Fiend versus the Demon. You know, one of those entities has to get the win, but otherwise, like, and I know, like, eventually all characters, the Undertaker lost at WrestleMania, like all characters lose at some point, but like I felt like the Fiend was something special, and then, you know, like he gets the title and he loses to Goldberg, you know, it's I don't necessarily need Bray with the title as much as I love Bray Wyatt, but like it kind of goes back, and it goes back too to how he was presented in his former life, where it's like great promo, start a feud, big feud, lose, great feud, start a feud, great promo, lose, and it was like it was just lather, rinse, repeat. I don't want that. I don't want that with the Fiend.
So going back to the characters of the Fiend and Alexa Bliss now. We've had this iteration of the Fiend for a little more than a year now. Because didn't he debut at the Summerfest? Summerfest?
Yes, he did debut at the Summerfest.
Okay. So at what point does the shine of the Fiend dim to where he can start getting like actually pinned? Because the shine came off the Undertaker.
And look what he is, retired.
Yep.
Yeah,
sure thing.
Kobe.
Well, I mean, again, at some point, every character has to lose. So I see where you're going, and I don't even necessarily mind if he loses a match, depending on the match. But to me, it's been more okay. So he gets into a quick title feud, he gets the title, and has lost it almost instantly. So it's like, where is he? Just the guy that can't defend a title at all? Like, he's good in the chase, but he can't defend it. Like, to me, that doesn't help when the Fiend starts setting his eyes on somebody or on something, because ultimately he can't, you know, he can't like uphold his end of the bargain. So like if they would have had him go, you know, 6 months with the title, you win the title, you defend it for 6 months, I'm fine with him losing it or Bray losing it. And like that's the kind of special nature of that character, because you have the split personality thing. So it doesn't have to be the Fiend losing it. If you want Bray to defend the title the night after the Fiend wins it, and if he loses, then you can incorporate even that into the story, Bray failing him. But like he's been presented.
I feel like we've gone far enough, like to what Tim said. Even if the Fiend wins it and loses it, you on the flip side could have Bray in the Funhouse explain that the Fiend doesn't care about championships. Like, that's not what the Fiend cares about. And if he has a championship or not, the Fiend's still going to be what he's doing and the WWE audience needs to let him in. Alexa comes out, does her little thing, and everybody's going to forget he was even champion.
Here's a great comment. What if he loses it on purpose so he can go to his next victim? And I think in a way, they kind of did that. Not that he lost it on purpose to Goldberg, but like right after like Goldberg won, the Fiend set his sights on John Cena, and it was, and it was kind of like, I'll be back for this, but I have this business to take care of. So, and I mean, immediately after I was like, fuck this whole thing sucks. Then once he set his sights on Cena for the WrestleMania match, I was like, never mind, I'm back. You got me back.
I mean, I think losing to Goldberg really hurt it too. Like, I mean, he didn't even hurt him. He was fine. It hurt us more. Right. Yeah. It hurt us because that was maybe the beginning of the end that never happened. So, that's sad.
I mean, if he doesn't have that feud with Cena and Cena puts him over, I don't think we still have the Fiend at this point. So it's just a matter of how quickly he can rebound from the loss and who he's in a feud with right afterwards. So if he beats Randy for the title and then drops it to someone, he needs to be in a big feud immediately after to just kind of get that message across. Like I'm fine with the Fiend does not care about the title, because I think we've all kind of said it doesn't make sense for him to really have a title aside from like, hey, I'm just doing this because I can, and then if I lose it, then fuck it, I had it. It is what it is.
Sure. But
for the figure collectors out there, they're releasing a Fiend basic figure for the first time coming up as well.
But also, at this point, if you keep giving me this Alexa Bliss, I could probably care less what the Fiend does in matches.
So let me ask my original question, because when I was thinking of this question, I got into the side tangent of when can they lose. Is Alexa Bliss dead now too? Because to me, the thought process is Bray Wyatt is dead and the Fiend has taken him over, which is why Bray can live in the Firefly Funhouse. And that's why Bray's head is beheaded on the lantern. And so Alexa now being in the Funhouse permanently, is now she dead too?
Maybe.
Tim, real quick before we go any further, can we just listen to like your question and thank the WWE for giving such a great creative character to Bray Wyatt to just, I mean, when have we seen a character like that has even ever created those types of emotions and questions out of a fan?
Right.
Did you guys notice what her gloves said on Monday?
No.
In the fun house, she has pain and play on her gloves. Like Bray has hurt and heal on his gloves. She has pain and play on hers.
Love it.
Yeah. Like I mean I thought the moment of bliss, like when like the thing starts breaking down and she's just like giggling in the corner, like.
And then I will always give props to any wrestler who decides they want to sit in the corner like a video game boss and just like let stuff happen. It's like,
yeah, like that's exactly what
I'm going to get down there and beat the shit out of you when they're done.
Like that's a great analogy. But Tim, that's a great point.
Like, because that's how they've kind of established the character without actually coming out and saying it.
Like at first, I almost felt like she was controlling him. Like when it was like first presented, then it's like then at like the very first night, and then but then as it started to develop, then it's like she's just so like fixated on him and mesmerized. But it's almost, I mean it's whether she's dead or if it's just a possession, if you will.
But like everything. Even if you look at Bray Wyatt's character as a whole, like everything that the Fiend has touched has died in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Seth's character died. He became the Messiah. Braun Strowman died. And then we get this new muscle-bound bald Braun.
Right.
To a certain degree, Roman Reigns dies. and focuses on being the provider for his family. The Miz stops being a family man and goes back to what he was.
The Miz that we know and love.
Right. Alexa, the same way.
Daniel Bryan, I think, had even gone being the hippie and the long hair to now he's Bryan Danielson-ish again.
Yeah, and like Retribution, I mean, they were already dead, and now
Now they're
maybe the Fiend took over WWE.com today and accidentally clicked on the word Matt in Riddle's name.
I've been seeing some really like tinfoil hat ideas as to why they dropped the first name of Mr. Riddle, as to possibly keep people from Google searching the full name.
I mean, that's probably not incorrect.
It's kind of sneaky business.
Kind of sneaky business, I would agree, because
especially since they tried to trademark, like, it's not unnatural that they tried to trademark his name,
right? Like that's the thing that does happen.
Yeah, like, so
he posted on his Facebook page today that it's not a big deal. People have called him Riddle throughout most of his career,
that as well,
and he owns his last name. So.
Well, I would hope he does.
Yeah,
bro.
God.
I hate that I own I love that Stallion Battalion shirt, and then he's got to be a scumbag.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm glad I never bought any Velveteen Dream merchandise.
I got one of them for Christmas from one of you guys.
I think I bought my Dream shirt and my Riddle shirt in like a buy one get one.
At least you didn't pay full price. Like that's
true.
I don't know what the last wrestling shirt I bought full price was.
I gotta go on
the Boar's new shirt I'm paying full price on, but that's because I'm supporting the Boar.
Well, I got my Boar is War shirt finally, which was good.
Yeah, he got back in stock.
Yes. Oh,
are they really?
Do you need do you need something? I'll holla.
Yeah, I'll hit you up after the show.
Yeah, hit me up.
At
Boris War on Twitter.
Go buy.
I could also go right to him. Yeah.
Go buy merch. God damn it.
Nah, he's got good. He has the best looking shirt in the history of independent professional wrestling.
That shirt, that Boris War shirt is unbelievably comfortable.
He buys the softest of shirts. Like he does not.
And it fits. It's like fitted, but it's not overly fitted. It's fantastic.
It's like if Flex Fit was a shirt.
Yeah, like it fits a fat body in the best way.
Yeah,
and does he make his own shirts?
Yes,
out of his own boar fur.
Yeah, well, typically boar fur is very tough.
Okay.
It does have to withstand the weather, but he does. Now this is kind of under the radar, but he does. I think somewhere down the line, his family owns a sweatshop of domesticated boars, so their fur is actually very smooth, and they shear them kind of like alpacas. Shear them, get the hair, make the shirts, repeat.
Got it.
I'm just making that up. He does not make these shirts are not made out of a sweatshop.
Yes, no. But they are fantastic.
They're made from
fantastically comfortable shirt.
They're made from a local-ish company in the Lehigh Valley, LVAC. They do wonderful shirts.
Is that the place that does your Uncle Taker shirts?
No, the Uncle Taker shirts is on TeePublic.
Okay.
Which, if we wanted to, we could actually, at some point.
We'll talk. We'll talk off air.
You know.
But
Lehigh Valley is beautiful this time of year.
Not today, though. Nothing here was beautiful.
Nothing in Maryland was nice either.
Nothing was beautiful today.
It was so disgusting.
But no, I'm that's some great points, and I'm curious. I'm very curious to see where it goes from here. Finally, before we get to Halloween Havoc, Retribution. I think we discussed it a little bit. Like they dead. Are they dead? They dead.
I think they need some. They need something.
They need something. They're hurting. They're definitely hurting.
Well,
they're on life support.
They picked a fight with the Hurt Business. They're gonna hurt.
Speaking of the WWE shop and the Hurt Business, like they had the $5 Fridays and the buy one get one for $1 last Friday. I placed an order it still hasn't even been processed. I got to hit them up because like
unacceptable.
That's usually you order on a Friday, you're getting it like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday around here. They're slipping. It's not good.
They have a 48-hour Poppy release right now, Poppy and NXT from last night, that I'm sure they're going to extend longer than 48 hours.
100%. 100%. Speaking
but
of,
it's like their Halloween Havoc shirt. It's actually pretty cool.
Let's.
I am sure it's not in fat guy size either.
Oh no, those special edition shirts are never fat friendly.
They have every member of the Hurt Business has their own Hurt Business shirt.
They do.
It goes up to 5X.
Yes.
I did. I bought the Wreck Everyone and Leave, and I bought the Bobby Lashley one, which if you want to get any more weird than 2020's been,
Bob!
I bought a goddamn Bobby Lashley shirt. Okay.
Dog, I'm about to buy literally all 4 of these shirts.
They're all very good. The MVP one is so good.
I've been wanting to buy a Shelton Benjamin shirt
and it's
forever, and now I can without feeling some type of way.
Yeah, they're all good. The Hurt Business is so good. I said I think that's the problem. You put Retribution with them, and nobody could lose. Let's talk about last night before we go to a break, and the fact that we got a NXT takeover for free on a Wednesday night. That show is so goddamn good. You have a new North American champion. You had one of like a crazy goddamn bump with Candice on that ladder on the outside at the end of the women's title match. You had a really cool cinematic match with Loomis and Cameron Grimes. Pat McAfee is the best promo guy in NXT, and it's fucking fantastic. Pete Dunne's part of that crew. Man, just my hats off to the NXT crew last night. It was top to bottom. It was a fantastic show. Again, ratings. I don't think ratings are worth it, but today, like NXT did beat AEW in overall ratings.
Yeah, they lost the
AEW
demo.
still won the demo. So I'm sure Jericho's already tweeted about it. No, I'm glad. I'm glad that not only NXT had a fantastic show, but that the build up for it, that people were enticed enough by the return of Halloween Havoc that it paid off for him for the week, and it was awesome. Right, whoever wants to.
I hope we see this every year now. I would not be upset. And I think if we're going to keep AEW on Wednesday night, this is something that the WWE needs to do and give us some really big shows every once in a while. Jim, like you said, crush the tip. This was a fantastic show. It deserved to win the night in ratings. I mean, the only thing I could say is like the Santos Escobar Jake Atlas match was incredibly short. It was only like 3-ish minutes. I would have been able to withstand that match a little bit longer. I'd have been fine with that. Other than that, I loved everything. I was pleasantly surprised at the cinematic match again. I didn't know how they were going to do the Haunted House of Terrors match. I thought that might have been something somewhere. I guess I don't know what I wasn't thinking because we haven't seen a cinematic match in a little bit. But I thought a fine return there. I love Cameron Grimes. I love everything they're doing with him. I know he's one of our 5, one of our favorite wrestlers in NXT, so that's really cool. But yeah, love the night. Fantastic show.
Tim, Mark, Matt, any thoughts?
Really solid show. I'm glad I DVR'd that one because I plan on rewatching it this weekend just because it was a lot of fun. Echo Ryan's sentiment, make that an annual tradition, please. I don't think you'll ever hear any complaints about it being there. It might not be on par every year, but I mean, it gives us something to look forward to.
I did love Escobar's Rey Mysterio inspired gear from the Halloween Havoc. That's always fun. Gargano, I think, had Nightmare Before Christmas gear. So I'm always a fan when guys theme their gear to a show like that. So that was fun as well. Mark, Tim, any?
let me go ahead and get what everybody wants me to get out of the way.
To the moon.
Damian Priest deserved everything he got. Congratulations to Damian Priest being another in a long line of one and done or two and done North American leg slap champions. It's really good to see him
disrespectful
join
idiot.
an illustrious group of wrestlers who defend the title twice and then drop it immediately. Really good. That finish was definitely a huge smash hit. Loved everything about it. I hope he's resting peacefully. And maybe he ordered himself a Tombstone pizza to recuperate. I don't know. So needless to say, Damian Priest, congratulations on your claim to fame. Just remember that just if you win the entrance war, you lose the match. The dude who played guitar wasn't very good either. I'm glad you. I'm glad you rock out real hard. Like yeah, we're great. What are you? Do you own a vampire nightclub? Are you a dancer? Are you a rock and roll dude? Are you a karate ninja?
He's an archer.
Yeah,
It kills me because Archer is pretty much Corbin 2.0, who Tim loved.
Baron Corbin's left nut is better than Damian Priest.
Come on.
God damn it.
He has more personality than Damian Priest. He's
False.
better in the ring than Damian Priest. His
Also
entrance
false.
theme is better than Damian Priest.
If they
He has
wrestled
better
each
hair
other,
than Damian Priest.
if they wrestled each other, it would be the Spider-Man pointing at each other meme.
That's fine, but
Ding
Baron
him,
Corbin's
ding him.
going to win. EOD, baby. End O days. Pashaga.
Unreal.
Come on now. This is just ridiculous.
Tim, do you think your hatred of Damian Priest is of that of Matt and Shane McMahon?
Of who?
Oh my fucking God. I hate everything you do.
In the world.
The only reason I brought it up.
It's almost done, I swear.
Shane McMahon!
See, we used to just get the "Here Comes the Money," and we'd have to.
Oh, you want
listen
that
to
too?
that.
Here comes the money.
Go, money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money.
You just say the word and I got it.
So we're all in agreement. Jim picks last in every round of this candy draft.
I picked caramel apples.
That's not a trick or treat. When was the last time you went trick or treating and got caramel apples?
Well, I mean,
When's the
not
last
in
time
2
your
days,
fat ass went
maybe.
trick or treating?
Well, okay. Did you ever get caramel apples when you went trick or treating?
I got a caramel apple once.
No, you
Really?
did not.
What kind
I
of
absolutely did.
What kind of fucking monster hands out caramel apples?
It
for
was
trick or
next to the
treat?
house that was handing out dollar bills.
Dollar
This in
bills.
the 80s, Ryan.
Cardinal Road, Wild Place.
What the? Yeah, that is kind of a strange place in our town.
There you have it.
Any more thoughts on Halloween Havoc before we take the break and get to this draft?
What did you guys think of Shotzi hosting? I liked her promos leading up to it.
I liked it. I thought she was a great host for it. Definitely like played it up. I love the costume changes, everything. I thought that she's not gonna have a place on the card. Having her host it was absolutely the right choice.
I agree. I got to
Absolutely.
call a match of Shotzi Blackheart when she was at Atomic Championship Wrestling. One night, Adam Lavelle actually showed up just to call those matches as well, but he was trying to get back into who the hell knows what am I talking about?
Who the hell
You
is?
say Bill Brown.
Oh,
Same
Who the
person.
hell is this?
All right, let's pause here. We're gonna go and we're gonna take our break, and when we come back on the other side, after we hear from our sponsor, we are going to get to the moment that we have been waiting for. We talked about it a week ago. It is our Halloween candy draft, and we'll outline it all. Stick with us, 3 Count Thursday live.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop. Welcome back to 3 Count Thursday. We are live here on our Facebook page, and that music can only mean one thing, and that is tomorrow, in most places, I think tomorrow is trick or treat, but Saturday is Halloween. We are staring in the face of Halloween weekend, so we thought we'd celebrate with a 3 Count Thursday draft that we do from time to time here in the show. I think the last one that we did was the famed Thanksgiving draft that I vomited all over myself in the activities round. But we hope that if you are following along with us, you give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. And you can see our layout changed here a little bit so that we are ready and we are primed for the draft tonight. And you'll see our picks as they go up. Again, give the video a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. Now, Tim, since you are kind of the draft master here, how do we want to determine who gets the first pick in the first round?
I want to do this as
he's still on mute.
Still muted, Tim.
I would like to do this as beautifully as possible. I had myself hard muted and then the other mute. Whatever.
Fine.
I want Big Jim to challenge Matt in a game of rock, paper, scissors. Ryan will challenge intern Mark in a game of rock, paper, scissors. The winners of those two will face, and whoever wins that gets to set the draft order.
Okay.
Okay. So Jim,
good.
Matt, starting with you guys, we go on shoot. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Double scissors, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, beats, scissors. Big Jim advances.
Yeah.
Ryan, intern Mark, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper covers rock. It's Ryan and Big Jim in the finals. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Double paper. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, beat, scissors. Big Jim gets to set the draft order.
This is a peace sign. Larry peace sign.
Well, Larry Peace loses to everything.
No, you lose.
So, Big Jim, it is now incumbent of you to determine the order of tonight's draft, and let I remind you that this is a serpentine draft.
Okay, I will actually give myself the last spot in the first round.
Okay.
I will go last in the first round.
Okay.
Let's give intern Mark the very first pick.
Okay. So you're going to give the guy who lives at Hershey Park the first pick in a candy draft.
I'll give Celery Boy the very first pick.
Uh-huh. So it's Mark, then whom?
Then Tim, I'll go with you. I'll
God
go
bless
with you.
you.
I'll give you the number 2 since you
Okay.
put, you put all the layouts together and it looks fantastic, by the way.
So nice.
And then I will go with Matt. You will get the third pick. Ryan will get the fourth.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
When do we draft doing the dishes?
You can get that first. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that a free one.
So round 6 is going to be the activities round when Jim will pick, picking up the toilet paper off of the trees.
Say, what Halloween activities are there besides
So
trick or treating, drinking,
Mark, Tim,
egging,
Going on a hayride,
Going to a haunted house,
About
watching
carving
scary
pumpkins.
movies,
bobbing for apples,
That's true. I don't do a lot of that
Okay.
stuff.
So
I'm a pretty boring guy.
washing the dishes. These are all things we do.
going to the dentist for the cavities.
So, intern Mark, with the first overall pick in the 3 Count Thursday Halloween candy draft, your decision is.
Now, let me ask you, if I may ask a question.
Sure.
Is this candy that we had gotten in our trick or treat bags, or candy we would like to have gotten, or
So
like, can it be? Does it have to be strictly candy?
So this is candy I want to get when I trick or treat.
Okay.
You're assembling a bag of five candies you would have gotten trick or treating, like that you want trick or treating. Now, it'll be up to us if like you pick something that may not necessarily be Halloween-ish, but
So when Jim's first round pick is the pennies you get for the UNICEF boxes.
That's what I was getting at. Yep.
got him. So
Wait. Oh, there it is.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
There it is. There it is.
There's been some years when I was just a young intern, when I would get a little box of Kellogg's cereal. Did you guys ever get them? That was always great.
there are some crazy families that gave out like the small boxes of cereal.
Yep, I do remember those.
However,
Boy, that was.
I mean,
Yeah,
those
they got
are
a
the
box
people
of,
that.
And here's the deal: if that is a choice you want to make for one of your picks, because we're gonna put the lists out there.
I mean, the lists are online right now.
For the 3 Count Thursday Nation, we're gonna screenshot the thing at the end, and we're gonna let everybody vote on who won the draft. So if at any point, including this very first pick, you want to put mini boxes of cereal, you can do that. Like we can all decide if that is an official Halloween trick or treat.
If he wants to abuse the right of the first overall pick to pick the Hodecker celery of
you
Halloween.
can pick celery, quite frankly. I'll let you.
I mean, I would
I'll let
say,
every one of you guys shoot yourselves in the goddamn foot because I'm drunk and I may screw myself over at some point during this draft.
Perfect.
Anyway.
I'll say this timeout. If it's something that is questionable, I would say probably majority would have had to have received said
Yes,
item.
I
at
think
some
that's
point.
fair.
Is that fair?
I think that's fair.
Fair.
And so I have received the boxes of cereal, Mark. So
I have never received, but I know people who did give.
Was that Mark's choice, or is he clarifying
I think he's just
with a
clarifying.
ringer choice?
I think he was just clarifying.
I was clarifying, but I was strongly leaning towards the boxes of cereal. But I have a tough decision to make.
I really thought Mark's first pick was going to be like Miriam's fudge.
That would be fudge from the Crazy Fudge Lady, but she's not at Roots anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
She's retired. You know what I saw today online is that there's a place in Harrisburg that makes whoopie pie fudge. I almost
Jim,
fell out
this
of my
is your
chair when I
fault.
saw that.
Oh, it's absolutely my fault.
Mark, your first pick, please.
All right, let me get back to it. I'm going to if I was trick or treating and I knocked on that first door, I would be ecstatic if they gave me a whatchamacallit candy bar.
Whatchamacallit?
That's not even on my list. Okay, that's fine.
I've never actually received one, but I do enjoy whatchamacallit. It's a good call.
Whatchamacallit is a good bar, but I've
never had one.
If I misspelled that, let me know.
Shocking, Ryan. Shocking.
Well, I will say I'm very happy right now, because I will be able to get my first overall pick here. I am going with.
Hold on.
All variations of the Reese Cup.
Solid. So that's a question I wanted to pose. Like is it? So it's any variation of the cup? Is it any?
So that would
variation?
include like the Reese's miniatures, the Reese's cup with the pieces inside.
Reese's Pieces are different.
So
Right,
like,
but
there's
the
the ones that have the cup with the Reese's Pieces in them.
That would count as a cup, I would say.
I would say it's a cup, but
pieces are still on the board.
Reese's Pieces on the board, but I'm talking about like mainly I love the white chocolate cups more than the regular cups.
So this would count dark chocolate, white chocolate, regular cups, the mini cups.
Yes.
Any Reese's peanut butter cup is off the board.
Okay. So cups are off the board. Other Reese's products still available.
Yes.
Let me sidebar here. Have you guys had the Reese's Take 5 yet? Fantastic.
Take 5 are wonderful.
The Reese's Take 5 is even better.
Nice. Okay.
Very good.
Matt.
You see the Reese's Franken cups that are green.
I have not. Are those available all the time at Hershey's Chocolate World?
Just a limited time. They might be sold out by now, but they were green.
Oh shucks.
And they were good.
Nice. I'd
Very
be
good.
afraid. I'd be afraid they'd make my
Really
poop
good.
turn a weird color.
Like the
scary Whopper,
or like the green ketchup, the green and
Oh
purple
yeah,
ketchup.
the scary Whopper definitely it was a green splat situation. Matt, third pick.
I'm very excited because my pick is on the board. I will be taking all variations of M&Ms.
So yeah, that was that, and the Reese's question answered that. So like peanut butter,
Yeah.
all M&Ms are gone.
M&Ms are off the board.
So if you were picking now, if you were ranking your M&M types, what is your power ranking for those?
Peanut butter, then straight peanut, then plain, then the crispy for me, and pretzel, whatever variation.
Pretzels are okay. My girlfriend loves the pretzel M&Ms.
The only problem with the pretzel ones is if you get a pretzel piece that doesn't have salt on it,
it's horrible.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Like, just put, you know what they should do? They should just make salt M&Ms. Just put a little salt crystal in the middle of the chocolate. Like, I don't need the pretzel. Just give me the salt, sweet and salty. But yeah, Matt, you got it right. Peanut butter is number one. Peanut is number two.
I actually prefer peanut butter M&Ms over Reese's Pieces.
I do as well.
I do as well.
Peanut butter.
I would probably agree with that, but if I want Reese's Pieces, then a peanut butter M&M is not going to. It's the same way as if I'm hungry for a Subway sub, a regular sub won't do. Like, other subs are better than Subway subs, but if I'm hungry for specifically a Subway sub, another sub will
I
not.
think the M&Ms just pack more peanut butter into
Yeah,
this.
they're bigger per each.
It's like more dense. Like the peanut butter is more dense.
If I ever want a Reese's piece, just know that I'm pre-COVID and I should probably be in quarantine for 21 days or something. Like, I don't ever want a Reese's Pieces.
I
ever.
love Reese's Pieces. I'll eat the shit.
ET can take every single Reese's piece and send it back home. I don't care, as long as you leave me my peanut butter M&Ms.
All right, Ryan, we go to you.
Let me hit you with this real quick. Friendlies used to make the little cone head sundae when you were a kid that the eyes were made out of Reese's Pieces, and that just hit on a totally different level than any other Reese's Pieces I've ever had.
Yeah, it's
delicious.
It's very different.
Very good. Hit the music because I'll try to talk over it if I don't. So with my pick,
yep,
I'm going to I'm gonna go with Snickers and the variants of Snickers, so Midnight Snickers
God
or whatever
damn
the
you.
hell they're called. Snickers are off the board.
Fuck. Okay.
Snickers.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I didn't think they were gonna get to me, but I was hoping they slipped through the cracks a little bit there. So. All right. So now I got two, huh?
You go back to back.
All right. So my first one is going to be the Mr. Goodbar.
I have a story about Mr. Goodbar.
Do tell.
So, back in my youth, like 4th or 5th grade, I used to live very close to a 7-Eleven. And around 4th grade, little petty larceny Tim was afoot. And would love to go into the grocery, would love to go into the 7-Eleven and take some candies. And I've gone in there and I had taken many a candy time and time again. And I got cocky one day coming home on the school bus. And I started taking orders like, hey man, I'm running up to 7-Eleven. Does anybody want anything?
Jesus.
And somebody said, I'll have a Mr. Goodbar. I went to go take the Mr. Goodbar. And needless to say, that was the last time that Timmy went into that 7-Eleven unsupervised for the entire rest of the summer. Do you know how long summer is when you're like 11 years old and there's nothing to do?
That's a long time.
And your mom worked all the time and didn't want to take you anywhere, and your grandma was old and she didn't want to walk anywhere?
No big gulp for Timmy.
No Slurpees for Timmy.
No Slurpees, no big gulps. Yeah, no, that's a long time because
boy, I was so salty butter.
I got wrapped up in a cigarette stealing scheme from a store in Manheim. And I got grounded for a month in the summertime. That was bad enough, but the whole dang summer, shit.
Yeah, man, they put
tough,
me down.
man.
I just remember being in the back. I remember being in the back office, and I was just crying to the manager and the police officer who came to the store. And I was just like, I don't want to go to juvenile hall. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to juvie.
What a hardened criminal.
I should clarify. I did not steal any cigarettes. It was
okay.
It was a two family members of mine, brother, cousin, that stole the cigarettes. I just was involved in the process and the smoking of at age 13. But I did not steal. They got harder time. They got 2 months of groundage. I got a month.
All right.
All right, let's go to round number 2.
And following up on Mr. Goodbar.
And I am going to take any and all varieties of the Twix. The Twix.
I'm a little sad. I thought Twix might have made it, but
if it was just caramel Twix, you probably would have. But them peanut butter Twix are just
so good.
I was talking about peanut butter Twix earlier, man.
The other week, I stopped out at a Sheetz. It was the first time I'd been in a convenience store since early March, and I grabbed a peanut butter Twix, and I ate the shit out of it. It was so good. I love them peanut butter Twix. It was fantastic.
Nice.
I love Twix. Twix is a good candy. It's a great pick, Jim.
All right, we go to Ryan in round number 2.
Milky Way.
Nice, dude.
Oh wait, Milky Way.
You can have them.
I want any and all Milky Way. Simply Caramel Milky Way might be one of the best candy bars I've ever eaten ever.
I'm more of a dark chocolate Milky Way fan. The midnight Milky Ways.
Have you always been a dark chocolate guy?
Always, yep.
So even as a youth?
when I was little. Yep.
Okay. Because I feel like dark chocolate is very like an old, mature person's candy. Like anyone,
it is. I would agree with that.
Anyone who eats dark chocolate, I feel like they also just drink straight scotch.
Here's the reason.
Matt drank straight scotch as a child.
Read a lot of books. Like literally just
plenty of books.
Matt with his dark Milky Way and his pinky in the air. Just
See, for me and Jim and Ryan, you may have attested this growing up in Lidditz with the Wilbur Buds. The milk chocolate Wilbur Buds were just always too sweet and too like filling. Like you eat one milk chocolate bud, and you're like, I'm done. But I could house the dark chocolate ones.
I mean,
so that's where
look
my
at me.
love.
I never stopped at one of anything, quite frankly. But I will agree that the dark chocolate bud is better. But what's really the good choice is you take one milk chocolate bud, one dark chocolate bud, and eat them at the same time. That's where it's at. You're welcome.
Right out of the sample jar.
Yeah, just.
I would hope that jar is not currently there.
Nice. So Milky Way, the second choice for Ryan.
Way.
Now, Tim, you were. Did you grow up in Lancaster?
No, I'm not.
I always forget. Have you had Wilbur chocolate ever?
I probably have had it in passing, and it maybe just didn't wow me.
You should invest in Wilbur Buds. I mean, the other chocolate stuff is delicious, but Buds are fantastic. I think Buds are better than Hershey Kisses.
So
absolutely.
To give you an idea, very, very oddball why I'm even thinking about it. So where I live now, I live near the Utz factory.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So I'm over there. So if
being Southish, you were probably even more like, let me guess, Nestle's than Hershey.
No, I just ate all candy. How do you think I got this way?
Fair, because I know there's like a Nestle plant in Baltimore, because like my dad told me back in like the 70s when they would go to Baltimore Hershey hockey games, the Baltimore like fan base would always chant like NESTLES, stick it up your ASS whenever like the Bears came to play. So but yeah, I mean, look at us, we're candy people.
Yeah,
that's why we're doing this.
My mother used to work for the Wilbur Chocolate Company in the offices. And for Christmas one time, she made peanut butter blossoms, which are the little peanut butter balls with the Hershey Kiss on top, and made them with Hershey Kisses on top, and then took them into Wilbur to the office for everybody to eat, and got chastised that she wouldn't have made them with Wilbur Buds.
Yeah, what the hell was she thinking?
Delicious with Wilbur Buds, though.
Oh,
wow, that's a game
fantastic
changer.
with Wilbur Buds. I mean, they're fantastic with Hershey's Kisses, but they are even better. All right, we go to Matt in his second round pick.
I can go two ways with this pick, and I feel like one of these picks might slip back to me in the third round, and I feel like the other one won't. So my second pick, I am going to take all variations of Kit Kat off the board.
We're good.
But really, there's only one variation. I mean, I get it. You're taking them all off, but like,
there's only one.
There's only like, have you seen like the single? It's like a giant bar. It's just it's all wrong.
Yeah, that can go to hell.
Yeah, that like a Kit Kat. Give me a break. You can't
If
break off
there's
a giant
four of
bar.
them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you. I had or there's the one that's really, I think there's like 8. But either way, It's got to be the individual wafer that you snap off, not one giant wafer to minimal amounts of chocolate.
That's
now
the Big Cat. I think that's called.
Yeah, the Big Cat's full of shit.
Cat.
So I'm going to pose this to all of you except Ryan, because we know Ryan from the group message does not enjoy Kit Kats, as he let us know yesterday. But I had Riley Shepard on the show for the Halloween episode of the Mad Libs today.
Where could they get that episode, by the way?
That's on youtube.com/3count Thursday. It's up right now. Go take a gander.
And not now. We wait till we're done, and then.
Oh yes.
All right, yeah. Unless you have 2 screens. He listed her favorite Halloween candy as the Kit Kat, but she said she eats it with the top first and then eats the bottom, which I thought was just the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life.
No, the only way to eat.
Admitted that it was weird.
See, that's kind of like the Nutty Bars.
At least she's willing to admit it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She said it was totally weird, and I had never heard of anyone eating a Kit Kat like that before. Mm-hmm. So I thought I would throw that out if anyone's even heard of such a thing.
But it's not as bad as the monsters that will just take a bite out of like the Kit Kat bar. Like,
oh yeah,
that those people deserve to play in traffic blindfolded.
I just like to do that to troll people.
Oh, you're a monster. You're a monster. That's not even funny just to troll people. That's messed up. No, that's messed up.
It's sacrilege.
Ryan, right?
Don't ask him. He doesn't even like
Here's
Kit
the
Kat.
deal. No, shut up. Act like I've never eaten a goddamn Kit Kat bar. I have eaten a Kit Kat bar like Riley Shepard has. You hold it by the base, you bite off the mountain part, and then you eat the base. She's not that crazy. I would never just bite a Kit Kat bar, though. Get out of here.
Thank you.
those people are wrong.
Disgusting.
If I'm the wild card of the group, I have never done that.
So that's saying
like
something. If
eating,
you're one of those people, yikes. Yikes.
That would be like
Some people
eating a
just wanna
carrot
watch
and
the
bite
world
one
burn.
end and then the other.
Yeah,
What's
I
that,
would.
Mark?
I said that'd be like eating a carrot, like biting the top of the carrot and biting the bottom. That just doesn't make any sense. And Riley Shepard's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. Honestly, she really is. But that's
But
just
yeah,
weird.
it's
not weird.
Too much.
I'm there with you, Riley.
If you go to any of our social media, you'll find the link tree at the main page, and that has all of our Facebook, all of our Twitters, the podcast feed, the YouTube channel, all of it. So make sure you just head over there. We go now to intern Mark.
No, we go to Tim.
We go to Tim. Sorry,
I'm
Tim.
the draft master. You're the host.
I'm
This
drunk,
is where I
goddamn.
take over 3 Count Thursday.
Go ahead.
All right. So I have 3 choices, and I'm afraid that Mark is going to rain on my parade with any of these 3 because I didn't really pay attention too much with the group chat when we were giving away picks and what we liked and what we didn't like.
We were just giving away what we didn't like, really.
Okay. All right. So I don't know how this will go. And I'm going to go with my heart.
Candy corn.
And I am taking exclusively with the second pick the original traditional Tootsie Roll. Not the flavored ones, just the
Tootsie Roll.
chocolate Tootsie Rolls.
There is no fear that anyone's picking those fucking flavored Tootsie Rolls.
You can have them all, Tim.
I don't want them.
Yeah, take
I'm
them.
leaving them
Give
on the
them all-
board
Give him all the Tootsie
for
Rolls.
someone in the 5th round who is desperate and needs to find a candy. Oh God, there's these ugly, colorful abomination candies.
Look. I like the cherry Tootsie Rolls. However, they are not making my top 5.
Someone mute him.
They are not making my top 5. That is a guarantee. But like the worst out of those, vanilla.
No, the worst out of those is the lime.
Absolutely the lime.
No, vanilla is awful. I would never even
good.
eat. I would give the vanillas to my dad.
You take the vanilla, eat it with the orange, and you get creamsicle.
Ooh.
Okay, I never thought of that. I may be wrong. I may be wrong on what I just said because I never thought of that one.
So that's really good. I'm not top 5 worthy, but really
absolutely
good.
not. I am definitely not taking flavored Tootsie Rolls.
I'm absolutely going with my heart here and picking Tootsie Rolls. I remember
Solid
as a
choice.
kid, like trading people candy to get their Tootsie Rolls.
We're talking. I mean, I know you're taking all regular, but like the only real good Tootsie Roll is the little guy.
I don't mind
Like
the
those
long
big-
boy
those
that
big
has the
motherfuckers.
notches in it
Yep.
that you can
okay,
twist
yeah, the notch.
off.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
And then they had like the like
The
2-3 inch
the
ones.
nugget?
Nugget.
You
The
felt
pink-
like you
like,
had you felt
hurt
like
your jaw?
bar.
Yeah.
They were called choking hazards.
Yes, exactly. That's me. Choke me, daddy. I don't care. Give me the pain. Pain and play, right? Is that what it is?
There you go.
Yeah.
You gotta get those gloves.
So, Mark, it is time for you to double up. You get your last pick in the second and your first pick in the third, as it is a serpentine draft.
we got Zach in the chat. We just blew his mind with the creamsicle.
Listen to I got some right here.
Right
Still
there.
see ya.
It's that's what the right jowl is. It's
My jowl, yep.
It's our creamsicle jowl.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Your last pick
All
of the
right.
second round.
My last pick. I don't have to worry about Tim picking this one, but I got to go with the Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Choice.
There you
Good
go.
choice.
Good choice. God,
I'm
love
sorry
it.
if that upsets anybody, but that's E.T.'s favorite.
My grandma always had a little
Reese's
jar
Pieces.
of those.
Do you know anybody that calls them? Oh, they're so good. If you put as many as you can in your mouth, they're so good. You look like you have the mumps.
That's what she said.
They're so good. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Yep.
Reese's Pieces.
I do know a few people that call them Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, they're monsters.
Reese's Pieces.
I used
never
to know
called
some
them that. I
people.
only heard about that recently.
You unfriended them, Ryan, because
I used to, yeah.
They were in my life, and then I cut the negativity out.
Dead.
You don't need that negativity. They're Reese's Pieces, not Reese's Pieces.
Okay.
All right, Mark. Let's kick off the third round.
All right. Now this one's I don't know if anybody else will have this one, but some people go nuts every payday.
Payday.
I'm going to go with the Payday specifically. If you haven't had this, you need to get the Hershey's Chocolate World and get it. It's an exclusive. It is chocolate dipped Paydays, and they're
that would be
possibly
good.
the best candy I ever ate in my life.
Yeah, I'm totally on board with
Oh.
the chocolate dipped Payday.
Because like I got a regular Payday like I don't know, probably a year ago.
So good.
And I hadn't had one in so long. That is the driest candy bar in the history of candy bar. I hated it. Like, just
there a
literally
reason-
give me a block of salt.
Is there a reason they've never done a honey roasted Payday?
I don't know, but I'd be all over that.
Didn't they?
Oh, did they really?
I thought they did. Maybe not.
Well, the honey roasted one is
Actually,
still
I'm
on the
almost
board.
positive they did.
Mark just took the original Payday. So.
Oh, okay.
I want the chocolate dip. The chocolate dip is the best.
Mark, if you're up there again, you got to get me one of those, man.
So Mark goes all versions of Payday, correct?
Yeah, Paydays are gone.
I'll take all the Paydays. You know what? I think they did a honey roasted about 2 years ago as part of like a summer promotion. They were.
I must have missed it.
That would have been
for
good.
Chocolate World candy.
That would have been good.
I'm just about positive they did.
All right, then we
So
go
good.
to Tim.
Okay.
They go to
So-
Tim.
We were talking about peanuts. This is not my pick, but we were talking about peanuts. Back home, we used to order what were called Hubs peanuts. Virginia is a big peanut area. If you like fresh peanuts, look into getting these tins. They're already peeled and cut and clipped and put together, and they have different flavors. Like they've got a hot peanut, chocolate covered,
You got my attention.
honey kissed, like a whole bunch of stuff. So they're really good.
Sunny Kiss peanuts. It's all
Sunny
good.
Kiss peanuts.
Oh.
Yes.
Sunny Kiss.
You nasty.
Sunny, what was it again? Sunny Kiss Peanuts.
Yes. I feel as though I have to go this now that I've already put this into existence, but I am going to double down, and I am also taking the Tootsie Roll Pops.
Okay.
They are different. They are two different things, but
Yes, they are different.
I absolutely love my Tootsie Pops.
What's your favorite flavor
Yeah,
of
let's-
Tootsie
let's-
Pop? Let's go around the room.
Chocolate.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on,
Let
Tim.
him have- let him
Chocolate.
have them. Those are disgusting. You're a monster. You can have those.
You just
Ryan,
here
what-
tell me cherry's the best?
Yeah,
Nope.
red is the best.
Orange.
No, it's the blue one, the grape blueberry one.
I say grape and cherry are like 1 and 1A.
Mm-mm. See, you'll notice this
So
about my
we can all
picks.
say the orange is at the bottom, right?
Chocolate's at the bottom. I'd go.
No.
Chocolate's the bottom, yeah,
Give
for
me
sure.
chocolate all day.
Oh, gross.
Ew,
Gross.
dude. I can't get enough chocolate, man.
Chocolate hard cake. It's so bizarre.
It's
so
great.
gross. Yeah, I'll
Oh.
take the pomegranate ones they have now.
You're a
Or I take
pomegranate.
chocolate.
Pomegranate.
They have pomegranate now. They have like green apple now. They have like I'll take every flavor that's in existence of Tootsie Pop. They have like a blue raspberry. I'll take that nowadays. And do you remember too? They used to have wasn't it like an Indian with a bow?
Yeah.
That you would like search
Shooting
out
a
on the
star.
rack.
They're called First People now. First
Sorry.
Nations people.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But do you
Indians.
remember
They're
like,
not from India.
the Native American with the
Okay,
bow?
Columbus.
The first people.
But Mark, what is your
remember that owl.
favorite Tootsie Pop?
Yes, the owl.
That out. My favorite Tootsie Pop. Boy. I'll tell you, the cherry's pretty darn hard to beat.
My man.
Cherry's pretty good.
I mean, chocolate's not at my bottom. I would put raspberry and orange below chocolate.
Chocolate is the worst.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah,
And all the
Tootsie
new
Roll is
variations.
kinda
Like
weird.
there's a lemon one too. That's
Yeah,
definitely.
I've never even had it, and I'd put it
For the same reason I don't eat the fruity Tootsie Rolls is the same reason I don't eat the fruity Tootsie Pops.
You're a monster.
I don't like mixing fruit, and I don't want healthy mixing with my trash. I don't like that.
There's
That's why
nothing
I don't like
healthy about the Tootsie Pop.
No, but you're giving me the hint of fruit. Fruit is healthy on my nasty yuck trash candy. Like I don't
feel like
last time you ate
any
a grape
doctor
and
is
it
saying
tasted like grape Tootsie Pop.
Hey man, look, I love grapes. I love Tootsie Pops.
Have you
I
ever
love
had
Tootsie Rolls.
like the grape? They're like the apples that taste like grape candies.
No.
Have you ever had those?
No.
Neither have
That
I.
sounds
They
made up.
They smell like they're a
Grapple?
real thing. Yeah,
Are you just mispronouncing grapple?
No.
This is a wrestling podcast. They do grapple.
I know. I'm well aware of that.
Grapple?
Thank you. Okay, let's keep this thing rolling. We go to Matt for his third round pick.
Yep, pick is in. I am taking. I don't know that I necessarily have to say all variations, but all variations of Butterfinger are off the board.
Smart.
You better lay a finger. You better not lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
This may be a random. Are there actually like full size Butterfingers? 'Cause I feel like the only time I've ever eaten a Butterfinger is when it's the trick or treat size.
There's full size ones, and they're fantastic.
The only problem I have with Butterfingers, and I actually
crack your teeth.
I had this conversation with a coworker when I was prepping for the draft. It's the candy bar is so dang hard. Like I feel like I'm gonna chip a tooth, or it's gonna replace like the hard peanut butter is gonna replace a tooth. Like it's gonna go into my gums, and I'm gonna have like it's like, is that a gold tooth? No, it's a Butterfinger piece. It's just there. But I love them. I love Butterfingers, man.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Butterfinger, but like I feel like I gotta seek them out now.
Butterfinger blasted Sonic, man.
Oh,
ground up butter.
Can't beat that. They're so good.
Has anybody had the Junior Garlic Butter Cheeseburger, Bacon Cheese, whatever it is, the commercial that I see every time I watch the football?
Nah.
Junior Garlic Butter
That
Bacon.
sounds really good.
It sounds delicious.
Where do you buy that?
At Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic.
Oh.
It's probably like 99 cents. Junior Garlic Butter Bacon.
It was 99 cents.
It sounds delicious. All right, let's go to Ryan. Your third pick.
I want to go on record and say that Butterfingers are easily a bottom 5 candy bar for me.
Okay, for you. All right.
Trash.
Really don't
Trash
care.
candy bar.
You also had Kit Kat in your bottom 5, so really don't give a shit.
Ryan,
really
is that,
just an awful.
Caps.
is
awful.
that also because your niece is allergic to peanut?
No,
That
no.
plays
I
part of it
said
as well. Okay.
always trash. It has been trashed my entire life. It
You
will never
really
not be trash.
You really could have saved yourself a little bit there. But
No, absolutely not. No. No, I like The Simpsons less because they're associated with Butterfinger.
That was a big deal with the Simpsons.
Yeah,
were
Bart.
associated with Butterfinger. That was huge.
Butterfingers.
Awful candy bar.
All right, Ryan, what's the pick?
All that being said, I'm going to pivot away from chocolate, and this round go with. Whoop! I'm knocking my shit over. Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, I'm glad you did that.
I am too.
I'm very happy you did that.
Why are you happy with that?
Because I'll tell you here in a second.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I was really afraid that this was not going to make it back to me.
Well,
fall trick or treat time is also fall camping time, which is also a great time for s'mores. And for s'mores, the little variation and all variations of the standard Hershey bar is always a crowd pleaser. That is my pick here in the third round.
Jamie, you have 2 of the 3 most plain fucking candy bars you can get.
Yeah, you do. Now
You have the plain Hershey bar, and then you have the Mr. Goodbar, which is the Hershey bar with peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking delicious.
So
Tim, you are setting yourself up for disappointment when the votes come back in, my friend.
This isn't true.
I can't stand just plain chocolate, man. Like, you gotta pizzazz me with
That mini Hershey bar is so goddamn good.
some may call this blasphemy, and I'm ready to die on this hill, live in this branch by myself.
Here we go.
I go chocolateless on my s'mores. It is
It's not a
just
s'more,
it's
mute him.
mallow
Mute him.
and graham, and that's
Mute him.
it.
Jim, for the love of God, mute him.
What the? How? It's not
That's
a
not a
s'mores.
s'more.
It is it's a plain
No, it
s'more.
No. That is just marshmallow
That's
and
not s'mores.
graham
First
cracker.
of all, Tim, put a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup and have a s'more like an adult.
No, man.
Because that's the thing too.
Yeah, it
Second of all,
is,
if you
but-
love Tootsie Rolls so goddamn much, melt a Tootsie Roll on there.
No, I don't want the chocolate in there.
Good. So you just
Plain.
want, like, basically you're making a candy grilled cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
a
not a
plain-
s'more. It's a candy grilled
it's
cheese.
a
Stop calling it a
plain-
s'more.
It's
No.
a plain s'more.
No. Stop calling it a s'more.
Okay, so in a burger, in a cheese, so in a s'more, what is the main ingredient of a s'more? Is it not the marshmallow?
I'll say it's the marshmallow.
Okay, so
It
in
is
a
the
in
toasted
a
marshmallow.
hamburger, it's the beef, right?
What kind of monster just orders a hamburger?
Okay, but there are people that
Right,
do.
but we're
They-
not
with
talking
no
about
cheese.
hamburgers. We're talking about Whoppers, and the Whopper includes the goddamn chocolate. You can say I like a toasted marshmallow and graham cracker sandwich.
It's a plain
candy.
s'more.
No. You're a monster.
Yes.
Like, you're a monster if you order just a hamburger. You're a monster if you order a Whopper without cheese. You're a monster if you have a s'more, a plain s'more. Shut the fuck up.
s'more.
It is a candy grilled cheese. I'll let you have it, but that is not a
It's
s'more.
not a grilled cheese if we're equating the chocolate to cheese. If the marshmallow is the entree, then how can it be a grilled cheese?
You don't order a cheeseburger and then say hold the cheese. You order something totally different and call it a hamburger. That's what you're having.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not eating s'mores.
Correct. So don't call it a s'more.
You can
It is a
enjoy
s'more.
what you
It's a
want. I'm not
plain
taking away
s'more.
your. No,
I will stand by that.
Get it out of here. All right, let's.
If you ask, I mean, if you poll 1,000 people and say what's a plain s'more, they're not going to say, "Oh, that's just graham cracker and marshmallow."
Well,
They're gonna
that's
look at you
because
like
they
you have
don't
worms
eat it
crawling
that
out of
way,
your
and
eyeball.
I do.
Zach's not happy with you in the chat. He says you're a scumbag. It's
Judge me by my
Scumbag.
draft picks and not. I already said I was going to die on this hill. I'm fine with
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah, you're
Judge
probably
me by
dying
my
alone
draft
on that hill.
picks and not my s'more takes.
All right, let's continue because I feel like it's only going to get uglier from here if we
Next,
don't.
Jim's gonna take the Hershey Kiss.
Probably.
Why don't you shut the fuck up, Ryan?
Is it coming?
Why don't you shut the fuck up, Ryan? Okay, no, I'm getting completely out of the chocolate world, and I am going to the Starburst.
Oh,
Starburst.
Pack a lot of flavor in
Oh
there.
my god, I can't believe I forgot about Starbursts.
Now,
Shit.
let me hit the. I gotta hit the sounder.
Yep,
Starburst,
doesn't count
fourth
yet.
round. Now let's do the same thing we did with the Tootsie Pop.
Pink.
God, you are a monster. However you
All
lasted this
pinks.
long. No, Ryan, Starburst.
Oh God, give me a second.
Mark, Starburst. What flavor? What's your number
Orange.
one? Orange, Matt.
Orange.
It's it's the cherry.
Thank you. Cherry all the way. Cherry, orange, then pink.
No.
Lemon can go fuck itself.
I'm putting pink second,
No, God no.
and then I'm putting lemon over orange.
See, to me,
Oh no.
it's pink, red, orange, and like lemon is underneath every colored flavored Tootsie Roll.
If I never get a lemon Starburst again in my life, I'm totally fine with
You are never more unlucky when you open the
double
2-pack
lemon?
of Star and get double yellow.
That is the
it. I've
truth.
thrown them out.
You just
Like, I'll
jump
get a,
off
I'll
a
get a
pier and
Starburst,
that.
I'll
Thrown
open it,
them
I'll see
out.
double lemon, and it goes straight in the trash.
Oh my god.
Jim, I am ready to answer. I needed to look it up to make sure that it was a real thing and I wasn't making it up in my fat head. The best Starburst flavor comes in the Fave Red packages, and it is the Fruit Punch Starburst.
Okay.
That is a game changer.
I don't know that I've
A
ever had those.
regular-
I've always just stayed with the original.
I'll have to
which-
bring some next
it's
time we
very,
podcast
it's very
together.
odd that you have strayed out of the original pack and gone somewhere else.
But I originally bought the Fave Reds pack because the best flavor is highlighted in that, and that is pink.
Ooh, no.
Bingo. My
All
man over there. He's doing the thing over there.
Oh, crap. He's back. All right,
Lances are back, Tim.
let's go to the 4th round pick with Ryan. Ryan, go ahead.
I will go with what I think is the best tart candy that you can get. I have 2 chocolates. I have a gummy candy with Sour Patch Kids. And this, my friend, is where bottle caps come off the board. I absolutely love them.
I don't think anybody was fighting
that-
you for them.
You could have taken
Absolutely
bottle caps
one
in
of
the
my
5th round.
favorite I wasn't going to risk multiple people ahead of me in the 5th round. Bottle caps are
You
the
could have
best
taken bottle
tart
caps
style
as
candy.
a fucking undrafted free agent.
Ryan, go ahead. Reach through the screen and just grab this Yards IPA
So
bottle.
good. So good. You have all of the greatest flavors. You have cola and you have root beer and orange soda.
Fizzy candy.
It is delicious. The cherry is the greatest cherry tart flavored candy out there. Bottle cap.
Root beer's pretty
Mark
good.
it down.
It totally makes sense why you have Butterfinger
Wrong,
top
sir.
5 if you're eating garbage candy as your favorites. Who the
So good.
fuck reaches for a bottle cap?
I have purchased bottle caps multiple times throughout my life.
I
There's a
will
candy
agree- I will-
store in Lidditz where I bought just the long rolls of bottle caps. I absolutely did. Yes. So good.
I'm not gonna shit on Ryan for enjoying bottle cap. I like bottle caps. However, yeah, I wouldn't have taken them in a 5 round draft personally.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, let's move on here to Matt. Matt, we go to your pick here in the 4th round.
Oh God, fucking bottle caps.
I'm shocked he didn't take him
bad.
first, to be totally honest.
Of all fucking things you could have picked. Of all things.
How are you surprised by this?
Like you could
That's a
have
fair
taken them
question.
at the very last pick in the 5th round. Who was taking bottle caps before Jim of all
You guys know where I stood on bottle caps, and I wasn't about to risk one of you guys fucking my picks up.
This is a 5 round draft, and Jim picks after you in the last round. Like, do you think
Jim
Mark
has
was gonna
picked a Mr. Goodbar in the 1st round. I'm afraid of what
Fuck
Jim's
you.
gonna pick.
That mini Mr. Goodbar
Okay. I take that back. That's fair.
is so goddamn good. Don't you dare try and put bottle caps over the little rectangular Mr. Goodbar. Fuck you.
I feel like Twix was still on the board when you picked Mr. Goodbar. You're wrong.
They were because that
they
was my
were.
number 2 pick, but I prefer a Mr. Goodbar over a Twix,
That's just
especially the miniatures. I know I get the full
So
size.
you
Mr.
took
Goodbar.
your personal favorite in the 1st round. I waited till the 4th to get mine out of the way. I was safe. Trust
Right.
me.
Nobody was taking your personal favorite.
Your
And
personal
nobody was
favorite
taking Mr.
bottle
Goodbar.
caps.
See, I don't know that. Those miniatures are fucking fantastic.
All
You're
right.
unbelievable.
In
That's the best of the 4 miniatures. The regular, the special dark, the crackle, and the Mr. Goodbar. The Goodbar is the best of those 4.
In the vein
Yes,
of not
obviously.
taking a chocolate pick in the 4th round, because I can't do any fucking worse than bottle caps. I'm going to take all variations of Skittles off the board.
Damn, man.
They all taste. It's all the same flavor. Not all variations.
No fucking
There's
way.
tropical
Category.
Skittles. There's a
There's
lot of
sour
good Skittles,
Skittles.
man.
They're all the same flavor.
Sour
It's a scent
Skittles.
thing.
You
It's
can't tell
ridiculous.
me that a green, a yellow, a purple, a red, and an orange are all the same.
It's science.
No, it's not.
Okay, Trump. Not believing. This is real science.
Don't be rude.
Your
Don't be
taste
rude.
is connected to your smell. You do know that, right?
Who are you asking, me or Jim?
You.
Holy
Because they're all the same flavor. They have all different scents.
Do you
Ryan
have a
has
sense of smell?
COVID.
Look, I'm not making this up.
Yes, you are.
It is actual science.
Wow.
Where's your degree?
See, for me, from Trump University, for me, it was the debate between Starburst and Skittles. I probably should have taken Skittles, but I do like the little individual packs of Starburst. Dang. Yeah. See, Zach's calling you out too, Ryan. He says, "What the fuck's going on here? Same flavor." Then we go.
Zach, look it up.
No, they're all different. Stop it.
Look it up.
Tim.
Look
we
it
go
up.
to Tim. We go to Tim with his 4th round pick. Jesus, I never knew that the breakdown of 3 Count Thursday was going to happen because of Halloween candy.
Of course, it would be about candy.
So I feel as
What else
though
would it be?
I feel as though at this point I need to go with a traditional candy bar. And luckily for me, this one has dropped down into a comfortable place for me because I know my 5th round pick is a very niche pick and I'll be able to get it, hopefully. But I am going with the Three Musketeer.
It's a good one.
No.
It's so light. It's fluffy. It's
You
airy.
can eat
it's a
all
good
of them.
pick.
Like it's
That's
possible.
a solid pick.
It's
That's a
obvious.
nice-
It's
It's a
got
nice little like break. Like you filled up on so much candy, and you're like, "Let me have a Three Musketeers. I need
it's like
I need
angel
a breather here."
It's like angel food cake.
I'm on a diet. Let me have the Three Musketeers.
Yes,
I'm with you, Tim. I'm with you on that.
Now
one.
that is that nougat? Is that what they're calling it?
It's all just nougat in the middle.
It's so that's vile.
It is great.
Oh, so bad.
It's
so
good.
bad.
I love it.
All right. We move to intern Mark. He gets the back-to-back here, but we go to him for the 4th round.
Well, this is tough. So I have all chocolate and some peanut butter in there right now. So I was thinking about going a little different. I was going to say bottle caps, but boy, Ryan stuck in there. So
I was gonna pick back to back. I was just gonna make it both of my last.
different variations of bottle caps.
I was gonna say the red bottle caps,
Maybe
and then the rest of them.
I just want a pack of cola bottle caps, please.
What an awful pick.
Well, I do like the root beer bottle caps. They're good flavor. I don't know how they make it taste like root beer, but they do in a bottle cap.
Magic.
So good.
I'm gonna go with all the variations of Twizzlers.
Good.
That's a smart play.
Because you got chocolate.
Oh,
you
I
got
love
the
the
red.
chocolate Twizzlers.
How do you
You
like the
got the
chocolate
black.
Twizzlers, but you don't like the chocolate?
You have all the
Tootsie Pop?
wacky flavors now. You got key lime pie. You had orange creamsicle. You've got
Those creamsicle ones
I
are
don't know what else.
I like the
Oh,
pull and peel
boy,
Twizzlers personally.
They
So
always
good.
had like a weird aftertaste to me.
They did. I
So
agree,
good.
but I mean, it's the novelty of just peeling.
Sure,
up
it's
one
it's
clip.
like string cheese, but in candy form.
Sure.
That's fair. I'll give you that one.
The
All
pull
right.
and peels, they're all Yep.
Mark, we go right back to you.
Now, this is my last pick.
It would be, yes.
All right. Now, I was really I was on the fence about this one, but I think I'm going to go for it because I never thought that life would be anything but a catastrophe. But suddenly I begin to see a bit of good luck for me because I found the golden ticket. I'm going to go with the Wonka bar.
The Wonka bar.
I'm
well
pulling out the
played,
Wonka bar.
sir. Didn't even have that on my list.
They're out there. You can get them. They're like the Nestle's Crunch Bar.
Zach says, "Be careful about Twizzlers. They might all be the same flavor."
Oh man.
Poor Ryan's upset. Look at him over there. He's stewing.
Unbelievable.
Skittles,
Who
the
is it?
same flavor. What is it? How have we been friends for this long? All right, let's go to Tim with his final pick.
I'm very upset and I'm torn. Because I would want both of these as my 5th round pick. I I feel as though one of these is well represented on my my team. So I am going with the Sugar Babies.
Okay. I had that on my list. I was wondering if anybody else was going to grab that. I wasn't going to grab it, but I was just curious if anybody would pick that one out.
I have Sugar Babies on my list. I prefer them over Milk Duds. I prefer them over Whoppers. To me, they're
I prefer getting kicked in the face over Whoppers.
Oh my god. Old people eat mothballs.
What about Junior Mints?
Whoppers are. I would probably rather eat mothballs than eat Whoppers.
But
they are.
I'm very upset that I left one on the table, and if it is available, I would like to sign it immediately to my team.
We'll do a little bit after the fact, and we'll talk about some things that didn't get picked. But
Yeah.
let's finish this thing out. But Sugar Babies is a good choice, Tim. That's definitely a good choice. Let's go ahead.
Sugar Babies exclusively, or are they part of the? Was it the Sugar Daddy that used to be on the stick? Isn't that part of that family?
I believe it is it's basically it's a small bite-sized.
Yeah, Sugar Daddy was
Daddy.
on the stick. Sugar Baby was just by itself, no stick.
They were just
They were
Okay.
bite-sized
Yeah, they were good.
individual pieces,
Yeah.
kind of look like
They
caramel
were,
beans.
A little bit, yeah, like
But-
green beans,
Yes.
but in caramel
Yep,
form.
they were good
Gosh,
for.
I could just take a whole
they're
box
good to
and
pull out
just
your
shove it in my
fillings.
mouth. It was so good. I miss sugar.
Oh
babies.
my.
All right, we go to Matt with his final pick.
All right, with my last pick, I'm going to go with the gym route and pick a plain ass candy bar, and that is going to be the Crunch Bar, all variations of the Crunch Bar.
Okay.
Nice.
How many variations are there?
None.
You got the mini and the big, and
It's just
This
the
thing's
blue.
at least two.
the
I'm
blue.
just covering all bases here.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, Ryan, I would have taken the fucking root beer barrels over the bottle
Real.
caps.
I would
I
have
would
taken
have
the
taken
gummies.
those strawberry candies that my grandma had that went untouched
He-
until she passed away. They're probably still sitting in that house, and I would eat those before eating the bottle.
Here's the thing.
Unbelievable.
He could have taken bottle caps to bring us all down and then pick the godliest 5th round pick in the history of 5th round picks.
Yeah, let's hold out.
Or he could actually go the pumpkins here.
I do enjoy the pumpkins.
He's probably debating between pumpkins and Werther's original.
Yo, don't you shit on Werther's original.
I'm
You
not,
son
but they
of
are
a bitch.
not a Halloween candy.
They are not a Halloween candy, no sir.
You give me one of those on a Tuesday in November. I am
That's
happy as
that's a Easter ass candy to me.
I am happier than hell. I love me some Werther's
Oh
original,
my
but you give me one of them in
God.
a Halloween bag, I'm kicking you in the dick.
Everybody in my house calls me an old man because I love the Werther's originals, man.
Now here's since I brought them up. Did anybody ever try the gummy Werther, like the soft Werther originals? I'm just curious. If
Oh,
they're-
the Chewies?
the Chewies.
I think I
Not
did
gummy,
once.
Chewies.
They're just, it's weird, man. The point of the Werther's originals, you can just kind of like nuzzle it in your
Like
cheek.
stick it
and
down under the cheek.
It's
yeah.
like candy chaw.
Yep. Like a stack of chaw.
Yeah, I've never tried them, but I just wanted to ask the question.
What you
All right,
got? What you got in your? What you got in your cheek? You got bacca? Nope.
nah.
Oh
Werther's.
yes,
Sausage.
yes.
There we
Werther's
go.
originals.
There
it
we
is.
go.
I have a whole. I'm gonna have one right now.
I'm gonna eat, goddammit.
There you go.
It
I
wouldn't be a
love-
podcast if I didn't eat something.
That's entirely true. That is entirely true.
Thank you, Arnold.
Well done. Well done. You didn't even have to summon them or anything. All right, we go to
Arnold
Ryan.
listens.
We go to Ryan with the 5th pick.
So since Matthew took the chocolate candy bar with absolutely no flavor, I will go with the candy that I think is bursting with flavors and one of my all-time favorite candies as well. I will take Airheads off the board. So many flavors. Airheads off the board. Obviously the cherry and the blue. being probably the best two flavors.
Cherry's the best.
Man, no,
available.
I mean, the watermelon with the like seeds in it, that was the best.
I like the green apple. I'm a green apple guy.
I never
really.
Either way, I mean that's a solid last round pick.
That
Ryan.
is really sneaky good, man. That's really
That
good.
was sneaky good. That was high on my list today too. So glad that
I
lasted.
never really look at Airheads. Like I never think of them for Halloween because I always ate them when I played baseball. It was like Big League Chew and Airheads. They sold at the snack bar at the baseball field.
They also sold mozzarella sticks, which were banging.
That as well.
They were really good.
Absolutely, man.
If I'm putting an orange flavor anywhere, I can tolerate. I actually really like orange Airheads here as well. I think they are very tasty.
Solid.
Live look at me right now. I am double Werther's originaling in my upper cheek. Right.
Oh, you're doubling?
One's right here and one's over here. And I just feel like a sugar-induced chipmunk right now.
You look like a playful chipmunk.
I'm loving life right now. This is actually the highlight of my week. Because work has just been abysmal, and I may have to take this bag downstairs with me for work tomorrow. And I'm not gonna get breakfast. I'm not gonna get lunch. I'm just gonna eat the remainder of a 2-pound, 2-ounce bag of Werther's original hard candies. So I might.
How much is a pound left?
There's way more than a pound left.
Okay, so you're gonna die tomorrow.
I'm gonna either that or I'm gonna turn into Red Scorpion.
Somebody's gonna get stung.
Gonna get sculpified.
Yeah, now he didn't literally Reagan.
I forgot we had those sound clips.
Yeah, we still got them. Oh man, I'm just staring at a lot of candies right now. And
Big Jim.
I feel like I
no pressure.
No, there's plenty of pressure here.
There's no pressure. Bottle caps is absolutely going to be the worst pick of the draft.
That's fair.
Shitting me?
All right. Well, I already went 3 chocolates, so I feel like I got to stay away from chocolates.
To be fair to Ryan, Mr. Goodbar in the first round is
that's a stretch. Like I will say, that's the biggest stretch of the draft.
No, F you. That mini Mr. Goodbar is so goddamn good. When Snickers was gone, M&M's was gone, Reese's Cups was gone. Like,
now, if you had gone Twix in the first and then Mr. Goodbar with your next pick in the second, no one would be having this conversation.
Oh, come on, that's it. Come on,
and it's 1 pick difference. You had back-to-back picks, and you took Mr. Goodbar first.
Yeah, but now there's more.
I've been good in the store.
You took a solid offensive lineman in the first round, and then you took the flashy receiver in round 2.
No, eat dick, Ryan, because I'm not standing in a grocery store.
You know what? Eating dick is better than the Mr. Goodbar in the first round.
First off, not true. I'm not sitting there saying in a grocery store, I want a Mr. Goodbar. There's plenty of better options. However,
you apparently are.
When we're talking trick or treat is generally the little rectangle.
So you're with your group of friends, you and your brother out trick or treating, and you go ding dong. Oh, I hope they have Mr. Goodbar.
You're goddamn right.
You're unbelievable.
If someone gave me a Mr. Goodbar, then the apple that the dickheads next door gave me is getting whipped through their front window.
They made the
You know all that shit you talked about, sure. Roman Reigns crying?
For the tree.
It's all gone. Roman Reigns crying is all gone. That fucking 97 mile an hour Nolan Ryan apple through the fucking windshield.
Fucking I'm one hand Jim Abboting that apple right through the window. If they gave me a Mr. Goodbar.
Wow, come on.
Yeah,
I feel like you're undervaluing the Mr. Goodbar, the little miniature Mr. Goodbar.
I don't know why the miniature keeps playing in, like
because we're talking trick or
less
treat.
Less of a shitty bar.
That's yes, you can get a full size Mr. Goodbar, but we're talking traditional trick or treat candy.
You can buy what is it, 1985? You can buy full size Mr. Goodbar.
Well, yes, you can. So yeah, that's part of the full. But when we're talking trick or treat candy,
next to the payphones.
It's the miniature. That's where the value's at.
The only reason that you would keep saying miniature is because it's less of a shitty candy bar that you have to
come
eat.
on. These were goddamn ridiculous. This is
all right. Your fifth pick.
That was clearly
washing the dishes of the.
That was your washing the dishes pick.
Oh, fuck you.
He got that out of the way in the first round.
Sure did.
I'm gonna go because I actually really love these things, the little mini packs. I'm gonna go with Nerds.
There you go. That's solid, man.
Nerds.
I love them little packs of Nerds.
So now we run it back one more time. Halloween activities.
Well, then what? Oh, so who would we start with?
It would be you.
You would start, Jim.
Oh man, now I'm gonna panic.
This
I'm
is
gonna go haunted house.
unofficial part of the draft.
Haunted house. I'm going haunted house.
Okay.
There's no dishes because it's haunted. So why the fuck would you wash dishes in a haunted house? So I'm gonna go haunted house. Ryan.
Jim gets lost in the kitchen of the haunted house.
Dude, look at these things. They're filthy.
Someone's got to do these. What was the question?
Halloween activities.
We're doing the draft. Will you go trick or treating? I will take the layup.
Fair enough. Matt.
I am going to choose carving jack-o'-lanterns.
Solid. Tim.
I'm gonna go with the old man pick here and do the hayride.
Oh, don't make me beg now.
Mark.
Oh, boy, let's see here. We usually have a photo op before.
Mark, this is an easy one for you. You're going to Hershey Park in the dark, my friend.
Man, you better believe it. That's where I'll be tomorrow. That's where I'll be Saturday.
Wait, it's still open?
That's where I'll be Sunday. Yeah, Hershey Park in the dark is open. This is I'm glad you asked, Jim, because this is the last weekend now for Hershey Park in the dark.
I'm sorry, guys.
However, Hershey, because 2020 has been so rough, Hershey's trying to make things better. Next weekend is a bonus weekend. It was not scheduled to be open. The park will be open. It's not going to be Halloween. It's not going to be Christmas Candy Lane. It's just going to be a day or a weekend that the park is open.
Wow.
Hershey's giving people that may be the most surprising thing in 2020.
But I'm shocked because typically they're closed for at least 2 weeks to get all the Christmas lights set up. Not this year.
No
They're
kidding.
going straight through. I'm excited. So
let's,
actually, we usually do go to Hershey Park in the dark. So
I remember doing that
Halloween.
That was
That's
always
definitely.
fun. So let's just discuss some of the picks that because I know Ryan, you had prepared a list. I had prepared a list. I don't know, Tim, maybe you had prepared a list. Let's go some of the items that were not taken and where they might stack up. Ryan, what are some of the items that were on your list?
I will run through like 3 or 4 of them. Swedish Fish didn't come off anybody's list. I thought that was one that. What?
Who?
No, nobody. Okay. We didn't take any mint candies. No York peppermint patties. No junior mints off the board this time. Both of which made my list lower, but they were still on my list. And obviously, you know me, I am not the biggest chocolate fan, so I did have a few more tart-based candies. Smarties, Sweet Tarts were the 2 that I also had listed in the tart category, if you will.
Yeah, they were on there. I mean, I've never been a fan of cocoa nut. So like Almond Joy, Mounds were there on my list. Like the Baby Ruth, the Reese's Fast Break was on there as well.
That's
to me, that's not a Halloween candy. Like the Fast Break to me is like
more of just a standard bar,
standard general candy bar. I love the Fast Break. Oh my god,
good one.
That's probably the best candy bar.
It's up there. It's really up there.
It's very sweet, but it's great.
Yes,
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Very good.
I think you will really enjoy the Reese's Take 5 because it has a bit of that flavor to it. Plus, you get the pretzel in there, which is always nice.
The Reese's Take 5 is very good. And then there was one, like as I was like compiling my list that was a consistent item, but I'm like, I never really cared for these in my Halloween bag because you could just get them at a bank. Is the Dum Dum Pop?
Yo, Dum Dum was my unofficial sixth pick.
No shit.
I
Like,
love Dum Dums, but I already have a lollipop on my list.
Right, like
so I didn't want to
like
double up on lollipops.
That's also fair. I like a Dum Dum Pop, but I also feel like that's just something. If I go to deposit a check at a bank, I can just grab a Dum Dum Pop out of the basket.
What is your favorite Dum Dum Pop flavor?
I got 3.
Go ahead.
Butterscotch, root beer, cotton candy.
Oh man, you
Bang,
started
bang,
off so
boom.
strong. Off so strong with the butterscotch, and then you just went down.
See, I never liked the butterscotch Dum Dum.
Yo, man, they're so good.
Butterscotch, mango, watermelon.
Watermelon's a banger.
Wow.
What do you got, Ryan?
I have. I'm gonna catch shit for it. I know it. Cream soda has always been my favorite.
Mute him.
I can
Cream
respect
soda.
that. It's in the root beer vein. I appreciate
Followed by root beer. Yeah.
Am I wrong that there was like there at one point was a mystery flavor?
There was.
Yeah, there was.
I always enjoyed like
I hated when the mystery flavor ended up being blue raspberry.
Oh, dude, blue raspberry can just get the fuck out of town regardless of what.
I hate
candy
that blue raspberry looked like cotton candy. Like if you were looking through the pops,
Good point.
they were very distinctly shaped the same.
That was always the crazy thing with the mystery airhead is they're always white.
Yes.
So you couldn't even play off of, you just open it. You couldn't be like, oh, well, this is obviously orange. Like you bite into it. Sometimes it was orange. Sometimes it was watermelon.
Yep. But I had Dum Dums. Dum Dums was on my list. Also, the Jolly Rancher.
I had that on my list.
Jolly Ranchers, and then gummy bears.
Yep, gummy bears. All right, favorite flavor of Jolly Rancher?
Green apple.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Green apple, yes.
100%.
Good. Look at that. We're all in agreement.
Watermelon's really good too.
Watermelon is very good.
The blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers are good. The blue raspberry Dum Dums are not, but for some reason, the Jolly Ranchers were a little different.
I always like when you get near the end of the Jolly Rancher, you try biting it and it would just like adhere to your teeth for about 6 hours.
The mystery flavor, the Dum Dum Pops were, you guys didn't notice, it was the end of one flavor and then the beginning of the next flavor as they were making them. Whatever that little bit of, that's what the mystery flavors are. So I guess they're different every time you get one.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and the candy left off on my list. I still had the Almond Joy. I am a coconut and almond fan, so that was on my list, but I didn't pick it. The Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Those are always good.
Those are always a nice little treat. And in the lollipop vein, I did have Blow Pops.
I had Blow Pops on my list as well.
Nice.
That was on my list as well. Some other ones that, and again, these were I was looking at because I didn't know how deep we were going to go. Like I had terrible things like Milk Duds on there. I had Rolos on there. Lifesavers were on there.
Lifesavers are a good one.
Yeah, the gummy Lifesavers I had on mine.
Those are good.
I always liked back in the day the Lifesavers dots. Those I always really
mute him. Somebody mute him.
Fireballs, warheads. If you like to go extreme sour, extreme or hot.
The extreme hot warheads were always my jam.
Dude,
the hot grape.
Those things were unfreaking believable. I remember like we had gotten a bag of them at there was a candy store in Lit. It's not the one that's downtown now, but a previous one. We had gotten them, and I was at a friend's house, and like we all tried, and we like all just spit them across the kitchen because they were so goddamn hot.
Hooey.
They were.
But so that was fun. Now like I said, we were going to compile. We're going to screenshot the list. We're going to post it. We're going to put up a poll.
There was one more I was going to put on. If we had a younger audience, I was going to go ring pops because I thought nothing was funner than a ring pop. And I thought that with a young crowd, that would be my ringer choice.
That's a young crowd. Do ring pops even still exist? They might not know what you're talking about.
They do. They're still out there. They still do.
Now,
I'm surprised Mark didn't say cowtails for all the shit he gave in the group chat.
Yeah, I was seriously considering cowtails, but just the original flavor. You can keep the other flavors, the brownie flavor and all that, just the original caramel and cream.
Before we switch scenes, can we all take
Sure.
3 seconds to do a pose shot? Because I can take a screenshot right here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Zacchaeus, what's the point of spicy candy?
There's a very good point. Someone doesn't like hot tamales, and it shows because that is a fantastic candy.
That is really
it's
good.
Also, a nice palate cleansing candy.
Yeah, I haven't had a hot tamale in a long time. Like, I didn't like them when I was younger, but I feel like I would thoroughly enjoy them now.
Pose again really quick. Thank you. I accidentally cut off the end of Jim's picks.
Oh, no.
Jim's what?
Jim's
My
picks.
picks. My picks.
Oh, picks.
That with a P.
With a P.
But yeah, so we'll post this up and we will put a poll up. Probably last it for a couple days. So we'll make sure that we get the votes, and we'll find out who wins and who loses the Halloween candy. Now, did anybody in your neighborhood growing up, were they the monsters that would give the either the popcorn ball or the little hard pretzel?
I mean, can we go around and do the absolute worst Halloween candy you can get?
Okay. I mean, for me, I would probably go with either that popcorn ball or that pretzel, because there was always one of those people in my neighborhood, and I was like, look, I like pretzels, I like popcorn. Get it out of my trick or treat bag.
Black licorice.
The popcorn ball wasn't like the kiss of death for me. It was the circus peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So bad. So bad.
So bad.
They're usually unwrapped too when they gave them to you. Circus peanuts.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just in there collecting dust and lint that's in your.
Yeah.
That's in
I remember one year
The dust and lint would give it flavor.
One year, my friends and I trick-or-treated so hard, we went to this person's house and we were just like, can we get like a Dixie cup full of water, please? 'Cause we need some just hydration.
I'm
to make it 6
dehydrated
more
from
blocks.
trick-or-treating.
We
Because that was
trick-or-treated so hard.
right. Like that was the game. You would have like multiple costumes.
I mean, that was back in Crosswinds and Lidditz. I mean, you can hit 250 houses in an hour.
Oh, dude. I mean, I lived my development, Sutter Village, was just a giant circle.
Yeah.
So I would always have like 2 or 3 costumes. You do the big loop, change a costume, do the big loop, do it again. I would make 3 trips.
James, nobody mistook in your fucking big ass head as a different kid 3 times that night.
That's fair.
Because there's a lot of big-headed kids.
That's entirely fair.
Look
Why
at
are there
this
so many
soldier.
kids with these
Look at this
giant
baseball player.
heads?
Now that was back in the day before there was time limits on trick or treat.
Yeah, you're older
always
than
had
us,
time
Mark.
limits.
I mean, even when we were doing that, I
They-
think it was still like 8:39. We still got like an extra hour.
Yeah.
Now,
usually cut off
now-
at like 10 for me.
Now, where you guys live now, do you have trick or treaters? Because my old house from a couple of years ago, you'll remember the original 3CT studios. We got tons of trick or treaters. Now, my new house, the first year we lived here, we were all set. We got the dog a costume. We sat out front on the porch. Nobody. Like we live on like we live on a little side street, and I was so bummed out. But then I realized, I just have a gigantic bags of candy that I need to eat. So it actually worked out pretty well.
Not all bad.
I don't know in the new house if we will. Our last house, we always got a ton. The first year we were there, I had to run back out to Target to get more candy because we ran out. But before we moved into that house, we were in an apartment complex, and I thought like, kids are gonna you can go door to door. We got nothing.
No
We had
kidding.
bowls of candy in our apartment complex the first year.
What
We
a
got
shame.
0 trick-or-treaters. I was like, what kids aren't like, you can hit 250 houses in 25 minutes in this apartment complex.
I do know I'm going out to the grocery store on Sunday morning to get some of those 50% off candies. I know that much.
There will be loads of bags of Mr. Goodbar there for you, Jim.
Perfect. I'm gonna hit the fucking jackpot on those things.
Loads of
There
bags.
won't be a bottle cap. There won't be a bottle cap to be seen either.
That's for sure.
Won't be a bottle cap left in Linnets.
I got a banana once for trick or treat. I remember, and I was very upset about that. I was younger.
It should have been.
It was
Did it come
probably
with a condom?
No, it was like I've got an apple too. Like the apple's not a crazy thing, but
Yes,
the
yeah.
banana threw me for a loop.
I wasn't kidding earlier. If I got apples, they got whipped at the houses.
Yeah, what kind of
that was not like me. Like ha ha ha. Like I was a dickhead.
that?
I was just whipping
Bananas and apples. Who the
at
fuck?
kids.
I've gotten a banana. Now, if it was a Honeycrisp apple, I'd have kept that. Those are delicious.
They are delicious, but it's not a Halloween candy.
No.
Don't give me
no.
fruit.
I think I've
This
got that
isn't a
orange
fruit
probably
holiday.
razor blades in it.
Yeah, this isn't a fruit
Yeah,
holiday.
there's probably razor blades in it. I'll tell you when
I
when I got
didn't eat it. My folks threw it away. They absolutely threw it away as a child. I remember, and I wasn't upset.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Apples.
I feel like
apples never made it
trick-or-treating
in the
this
house.
year,
They ended up in the street.
or trick-or-treating in general, seems to be done much earlier. Like as a kid, I remember it being much darker when we would go trick-or-treating. Now it starts at like 6 or something crazy.
When I feel like in now too, you get a lot of the like the weekends before Halloween, you get the trunk or treats in like you know like development like parking. So it's a light out. Or this year they'll do some on like Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
In places as opposed
It
to
used
Friday.
to be daylight savings used to be 2 weeks earlier, if I'm not mistaken. So it
Right.
is lighter out now for trick or treating.
Yeah, that's true as
I think
well.
that
All right.
was I think President Bush changed that.
Monster. Any
You
other
never get any
thoughts? Any other thoughts on the Halloween draft here before we close out with the news and the rumors, and then we'll go home on this one. All right,
Ryan, what are you going out as for? Are you dressing up, Ryan?
I am. I'm actually dressing up. I'm going out with my niece. I had to alter my costume a little bit. It didn't fit right. But I'm going as a Mr. Goodbar.
Oh my God, you're such a dick.
That'll be great.
You are. I mean, I'm
It'll
gonna.
be good.
A full size, I hope.
It's a king size.
Look at Ryan. It's definitely full size.
It is a. I just wrapped a TV box with yellow felt.
Jim
I
might be
will
chasing you around
think
the
about.
streets. Be careful.
I will think about Ryan on Halloween when there's trick or treating. Nobody's coming to my, but I will open plenty of beer bottles with bottle caps. They're not the edible kind, but I will think about you. All right, let's hit just 2 items here in the news and rumors. WWE is dealing with a trademark issue as it pertains to the Stone Cold moniker. They own the rights to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Stone Cold, while WWE legend owns the name Steve Austin. WWE is dealing with a legal dispute with Stone Cold Jones LLC. This is a company that is owned by NFL player Kansas City Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones. The issue is between the two sides is due to the company releasing a soda line named Stone Cold Jones Soda in conjunction with KC Soda. According to court documents that were obtained by HealByNature.com, WWE believes the name infringes on its trademark. They noted in the complaint the popularity, success, and recognition of WWE's Stone Cold marks are the direct result of substantial time and money invested by WWE in development, marketing, and promotion of the brands. WWE Stone Cold marks are uniquely and exclusively associated with WWE and have become undeniably linked in the public's mind in exclusive association with and inclusive sponsorship by WWE. So we'll keep
what an awful name. Not only is Stone Cold tied up, but the Jones Soda Company is a very real thing.
That was always like the bubble gum and the blue and like it had all the neat pictures on the wrapper there. So maybe he might just want to rethink that one entirely. And then finally, this past weekend was the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, Impact Wrestling. Heath, as in Heath Slater, looked like he was poised to win the Call Your Shot Battle Royal. but he was injured during the match. His friend Rhino won the match, which secured Heath a contract with the company. But it will be likely that Heath will be out of action for quite some time. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that Heath suffered a hernia, which will require surgery. He said, quote, he went to the hospital after the match. He had a hernia. Just thought he will need surgery, which means he'll be out for a while. I don't know if it's 100%, but that's what the doctors told him. Heath could still appear, of course, on television, which he has done with the company leading up to that show as well. But if you've seen any clips, there's been some on Twitter and on YouTube. It is not long after he entered the match that he suffered the injury and looked to be in pretty rough shape. So we wish him the best. Hopefully he'll heal up and be back to action. So yeah, that's going to do it unless anybody's got anything else. I think next week we hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have Brittany on with us because we'll be predicting the AEW Full Gear, which is next weekend. But unless anybody has anything else, we're going to close this thing out. All right, so Matt, do we have a Woman of the Week this week?
Not this week. We took the week off, but again, check out the YouTube page, 3 Count Thursday. YouTube.com/3 Count Thursday. We will have a new person on tomorrow night. Check in to see who's going to be joining us, and then the grand finale on Saturday, obviously for the Halloween editions. But I'll try to put some more up for you guys in November as well. So just stay tuned to the YouTube page, and then Woman of the Week will return in November.
Sounds good. Intern Mark, got any plugs?
Well, actually, I got a message for all the kids out there for Halloween. First of all, there's a couple rules you want to follow. I only want you going up knocking on doors where the lights are on. I don't want you going to any houses where the lights aren't on. And I want you looking both ways before you cross the street, because you got idiots out there driving cars, so I need you to look both ways before you cross the street, kids. And I want you to wear something neon so those drivers can see you. And I want you to remember your manners. I want you to say please and thank you when you're knocking on those doors with the lights on. And then we're going to say trick or treat and happy Halloween, everybody.
Very good, Mark. Ryan, you got anything?
Yeah, I do. I'm so glad we were able to do the trick or treat candy draft. A lot of fun with that. It allows us to send it out to you guys to vote for the best candy. There's also a really important vote coming up November 3rd. If you are registered, please make sure you go out and you vote. At this point, I don't care who you're voting for. I just want to make sure your vote and your voice gets heard. If you are doing a mail-in ballot, I urge you to drop the ballot off. If you haven't mailed it yet, I think you can drop it off at any of your drop points. Again, it is important. It is something that I've always really, really believed in, is getting the vote out. So make sure you go out and vote. November 3rd, Election Day. We may or may not know at the end of the night who's running the joint, but please make sure you go out and you do your duty. Go out and vote. Also, check out YouTube, youtube.com. I forget what the number is, but search for Pro Wrestling Empire. The 3rd episode of Pro Wrestling Empire Battleground dropped this week. A lot of really good action there. Some great calls by a few of the people you may see on this podcast. So check it out. Search for Pro Wrestling Empire. Watch Battleground.
Tim, how about you?
Not the Tool Man across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, if you care. I'm going to triple down on the voting. November 3rd. Don't care who you vote for. Just vote. Get your voice out. Make your voice heard. It's the only way you can guarantee that you can actually complain about the next 4 years if you don't get your way. If you don't vote, then you just take your lumps and you like it. But other than that, I'm just glad to do this with you boys. I'm always encouraged by the good time that we have together, including our favorite podcast audience in all of the land, both listening to us live on Facebook.com/3CountThursday or catching us wherever you get your podcasts. Speaking of podcasts, do you like your wrestling a little more retro? Final Wrestling Place. Find it wherever you get your podcasts, including Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store, SoundCloud.com/3CountThursday, or not 3Count Thursday, SoundCloud.com/Final Wrestling Place, Final Place Pod on Twitter. We were off last week. This week we're coming back. because I had another engagement on Sunday that kept me from doing my stuff. Will we talk about it? Maybe. It was a fun time. It'd be good to talk about. But yep, love to have you guys around. Thank you guys for listening. And thanks for letting us do what we do, man. It's always a blast.
Yeah, this is a fun one. We went a little longer than normal, but I'm all here for it. I will triple down on what Ryan and Tim said and make sure you vote. I do care who you vote for, even though I'm not going to ask you who you're voting for. But if you follow me on Twitter, you know what side I sit on, without a doubt. But yeah, make your voice be heard. We'll be back here next week. Make sure you just go to 3countthursday.com or any of our social media has the link tree. Hit that. Subscribe to the show, Apple Podcast, Amazon, Google Play, Stitcher, all your podcatchers. It's all there. Check out our home network, NGSC Sports, the sponsor of the show, Arena Eats. I think we're going to have the owner of Arena Eats on with us probably in December. So we'll talk to them about the app and maybe eventually when we can actually get back to arenas, we can actually enjoy that sweet app. But until then, guys, especially this weekend, stay safe, stay smart. We'll talk to you next week. And until then, go for the pin. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?